Well, big up, big up, big up. Welcome back, my Reds. We are live and direct. You might see a little bit of extra glare sometimes on my face here and there, but that's because I'm broadcasting live outside, actually. So it's a beautiful day where I'm at. Enough that you could be. If I wasn't here, I'd probably be in the hot tub or in the pool right now or something. That's how nice of a day it is right now. So hopefully it's an enjoyable day for all of you out there as well. I've got my scouts in the house. Lee, big up Lee. How are you?
Hey, good, good. Thanks, mate. Excellent.
Excellent, excellent day.
Looking
Excellent day.
forward to us getting a chance to erase the memory of the Leeds game. Um,
Yeah.
next
It's a
time.
quick turnover, actually. We were kind of talking about that together. Quick turnover from the disappointing game that we had to like all take in, which was on but it's a quick turnover before we get back into football here, which is good, which could be good. It could be a good way to shake off the poor performance with going out and actually giving a real performance.
hmm
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Scott's in the house is anxious, as you can see. He's all riled up. Oh man, but another night at Anfield that left more questions than answers for some. No goals, no drama, plenty of anxiety. However, it's a squad worth a little bit close to £500 million and a crowd holding its breath again for what I think people have started to deem as being boring football. Boring football, not entertaining. But I'll tell you who is entertaining, and that is Delonte. Big up. Delonte is with us. Good segue into bringing Delonte in. Delonte,
Appreciate that,
how
too.
are you?
Appreciate that, too. Pray for the little intro. Indeed, like the sense of the entertaining man, but as a football man, I was more like a Gerard Vieira. But we can all have to tell our tales, but we'll go into that. But happy belated New Year to yourself once again. I know we've spoken in our group chat and to the viewers. Yeah, yeah. I guess what we can say is I think all of us are still struggling with that our dull Leeds performance and. Again, I know we're going to talk about it in the show, but it's
Mhm.
not really giving me any hope for tomorrow, really, against Fulham.
Ooh, ooh. That's scary. Scary to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah,
Okay. Well, we're not going to get to panic, people. Don't worry. We're not going to get to panic. This is all about honesty. So sometimes honesty is difficult to really take in, but it is the truth that will set you free, as they say, right? So we're
yeah.
going to talk about Verts and his hamstring. We're going to talk about Van Dyke. We're going to talk about the confidence and the tensions in the stands. We're going to talk about January signings, rumors, futures, and we'll talk about a performance that feels like a blip mm, and more, or feels less like a blip, I should say, and more like a mirror to this team currently. And I'll even have a fun little segment of 5 big questions for the panel at the end of this episode. So you can certainly join in on that too. But I wanted to get into something that was a little scary, and it's something that maybe got underreported. Arne Slot confirmed that Verts only trained once this week because he felt his hamstring a bit. It's not small news, people. That's enormous news. That is something that is troubling. I spoke a little bit about this on Quasi Bowl TV, actually, and then shout out to Quasi. Um, and what it was to me, but why I think this is bigger news than people are maybe putting on, is because this team, whether we like it or not, is structurally dependent upon Florian Wirtz now. Going forward, it is structurally dependent upon Florian Wirtz. When he's sharp, we have tempo, imagination, incision. When he's tired, we have possession without penetration. Slot is trying to do the right thing here by protecting our asset. I understand that. Protect the player, protect the season, all that. But here's the problem. Liverpool are walking a tightrope between preservation and paralysis, in my opinion. We are managing minutes because we don't have depth. We are rotating because we don't have alternatives. And we are protecting players because we can't afford to lose them, not because we have the luxury of losing them. That's not squad management, that's survival. So I'm going to ask the panel this initial question. Are Liverpool protecting Florian Wirtz, or are they already too reliant on him? First off, let's just begin on that. Do you think that, you know how some people used to say that, you know, our team is too reliant on maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold, or maybe too reliant on Mohamed Salah? Are we becoming too reliant on Florian Wirtz? I'll ask that to Nolante, or Lee. You can answer first, then I'll let Nolante jump in.
Not yet. We haven't become too reliant on him. I think we could in the future become very reliant on him. But right now, I mean, we need him right now, obviously, but we're not as reliant on him as we might be in the future. That situation could definitely develop. You know, if we get better as a team and he settles in more and that. But I wouldn't say we're too reliant on him right now at this moment.
Okay. How about for you, Nolante?
Yeah, I echo.
At least to start the conversation.
Yeah. I agree with Lee. I don't think we're too reliant on him yet. We still got players affecting match winners, so I wouldn't say that as of yet. But in the coming years, then yeah, we probably will be the guy. But no, I wouldn't say.
Okay. Is it more of a concern then? Because I do have more to say, but I'll ask this question regardless then, because I think your system collapses when the moment your number 10 feels tightness. You know, you got to figure out some smart planning and some structural risk, if you want to call it that. But is there maybe, I know we just fired the corner kicks coach, rightfully so too. But maybe is there a bigger issue that we need to look at with maybe even our fitness coach? Because the fact that players like Florian Wirtz are still working their way into 90-minute fitness for the club. And Leverkusen play a similar amount of games as Liverpool does, by the way. It's not like we're talking about Bournemouth and Liverpool. We're talking about Leverkusen, who's in the Champions League, who's, you know, fighting, or was in Europa at least, you know, was playing games on a consistent rotation. Is it issues that we're seeing players like your Isaks, like your Ekitikes, who have struggled with their fitness? We haven't been able to get a full 90 out of Ekitike. Or even your Kirkezes, who, like, our coach came out and said that Kirkez isn't 90 minutes fit. That's not good. What is going on with that? Is that an issue for you, or is that a not much of one? I'll start with Nolante first, then go to Lee this time.
Obviously last season, apparently he had the coach that I'm sure the same coach is still there in terms of good for reducing injuries, which we had reduced. I mean, we still had injuries, but it wasn't as bad as it's been this season. I just think it's one of those things in the Premiership. Like, one season you could have less injuries, the next season you get a lot of injuries. It's just what it is, you know. Sometimes you can try different techniques. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's again international management. You know, communicating, some playing them which they don't need to play. So it could be a number of things. But I'm not going to read too much into that. But what Slot needs to do is use some of the other players much better. I think that's my main concern.
Okay. Is there something of a concern for you, Lee, in what I said?
Last season was particularly good on the injury front. You know, compared to the season before that, Klopp's last season was so much better last season. And I did hear from some Feyenoord fans online that the second season it gets better. You know, like the fitness thing and that like you have even less injuries. That hasn't proved to be true this season. It might have been true at Feyenoord, but it hasn't been true this season, and that we have had a few more injuries, but we still haven't had that many. We still haven't had loads. We haven't had too many all at once so far, although lately the squad has looked a bit thin.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's different this season than last season. Like Nolante said, it's just like luck sometimes, the way things fall. You can't avoid injuries in the modern game. You've never been able to avoid injuries in football, have you? Never mind the modern game. It's just something that's unavoidable. But, the more you do it, the better. And last season was encouraging under Arne, the way everybody was fit mostly all the time. It was cracking.
That was a major difference. And that's why I just wanted to at least get that in before, because this January window matters. I mean, this is why the January window matters, if you ask anyone. Not in the lazy fan faction way of we need signings just because we have to have signings every January, but in a very practical sense of risk management, meaning that we need some reinforcement of this club, and in the sense of players that can utilize getting some rest periods. Some players that obviously, or some roles or positions that we could utilize strengthening in, maybe in certain areas of the pitch. Because right now, if Florian Wirtz goes down for, let's say, a lengthy period of time, this attack doesn't dip, it will flatline. I think that's the case. Florian Wirtz is that important to our club. There is no like for like when it comes to the player. There is no internal alternative. I don't think that anyone out there, I'm one of the biggest Dominik Szoboszlai fans, but I don't think I would ever say that there's a like for like when it goes from when you're talking about what Dominik Szoboszlai brings to the pitch at the 10 and what Florian Wirtz brings at the 10 for us. There's a difference in what they can produce. You could do the same for McAllister. McAllister is not like for like when it comes to what he can produce at the 10. And that's why it is a very serious situation that we have to recognize is important, that we get some real validation with the role of the 10. I think Slot knows that. I'm not saying he doesn't recognize that maybe. I think that's why he's been careful, why he's been cautious, why he's threading the needle between protecting the player and protecting results, because we've seen Florian Wirtz not get call-ups to the starting lineup before, despite the fact that he might have played well in the previous game. And that's why January is not about ambition. It might be more about insurance, I guess you could say, because great teams don't fall apart when one piece wobbles. They absorb it, they create from within, and they promote from within or the likes, next man up type mentality. And I think we could see that, but it has to be a concern that Florian Wirtz felt that twinge in his hamstring again, which is something that's not going to necessarily disappear overnight. So what should Liverpool prioritize in January, in your opinion? Should we maybe try to figure out someone to solidify that backup role for Florian Wirtz in case something does occur during the season? Or is your mindset still center half first and foremost, or DM first and foremost? What is that for you, Lee?
Yeah, for me, centre back first and foremost, and then DM second most. We've got enough players, I think, to cover us in that position. And he can play the midfield a few different ways, like whatever he decides to do. But I think we've got enough players to be able to cover in that position if Wirtz wasn't there for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Arsenal's playing Arsenal. Yeah, that's a look. I've been, I know one of my, I guess, I don't want to call him arch rival, but like one of my nemesis was trying to point out about how Liverpool can't, do this or do that. Look, Harvey Elliott is a player that would answer us adding a homegrown player to the lineup, to the roster, okay, to the squad list. B, Harvey Elliott would be a player that can play the 10 role. I'm not over the moon with him playing right wing. Obviously, I don't think he has necessarily the pace and precision to play the right wing with the excellence that we're going to necessarily need, or not necessarily need, but more so expect from that role, considering the incredible ability of Salah, and even I think the appreciated ability of Frimpong at that role. I think he adds pace. I think he adds some ability to cross the ball and get the ball into dangerous areas of the pitch. So I wouldn't necessarily look for him to be the right wing answer, but I certainly would look for him to bring some answers, or at least some type of relief for our midfield, if not at that 10. Maybe not have to rely on Maka in that role so much. Maybe it could be a case. I know some people have soured on Maka being utilized in the 10, or even being utilized at all on this team. But it's just a question of what you think. I'll let Nalante get a quick shout as to what you think is the key area. Should we go for a player that, should we bring in a 10, or should we bring in another offensive weapon?
No, for me, I don't think so. If Mo's going, then yeah, but I don't think that's an immediate need. We've got enough to last out the season for me. I think the priority is the centre back. That's it. Point blank, centre back. That's it. One or two. Well, that's it. If someone that we really want comes available, that we want long term, then yes. But if that's the case, no, I don't think so. In my opinion.
Okay. I see. He was
3-2 Bournemouth. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, and we've got them next. Woo-hoo! Oh, great. After Fulham. Oh God, this is bad.
Looks like 3-0. Wolves get their first win of the season, I think, right? Wolves won 3-0 over West Ham. I'm telling you, people, let's talk a little bit. Let's get that going in Twitter or X. Let's get that hashtag, or that get Bowen would be great. Great addition to Liverpool going right now. I mean, Bowen would be a nice little add.
I'd have Bowen as a possible replacement for Mo. It wouldn't be a long-term replacement because of Bowen's age, but he's not so old that he couldn't do a job for a while.
Exactly, that's all I'm saying.
He's always scored. Not always scored, but often scored against us, hasn't he, Bowen? Been a thorn in our side when we've come up against them.
I am not saying Bowen is the future. All I am saying about Bowen in this regard is Bowen could be someone that could be immediately impactful for our team, could provide relief for us, whether it's in the right wing, whether it's in as striker. He could play in a front. He could play possibly even in a two-striker situation. Play as a shadow striker for us if necessary. And he's a player that, has to look at it as, I know he's their captain, but all the same, is he a player that you want that is looking to but most certainly go down to the championship level with his team? Or does he want to stay in the Premier League and play potentially his only opportunity to ever probably play in Champions League? We could provide that. I don't know. I'm doing my sales pitch, I guess. I'm doing my best sales pitch right there. I know people don't see it. They don't see a pathway to it, but who knows? I would love to see that happen. Because they are probably going down. The fact that they lost 3-0 to Wolves today, that's writing on the wall type situation. Yeah. That's right on the wall.
Cool.
Yeah, no. Big up, JK. How are you doing? I didn't get proper information. Bless. Brighton 2-0 over Burnley, 3-1 Villa over Forest. They bounced back Sunderland, City, obviously Brentford, Tottenham, all the games from yesterday were all 0-0s with us. But yeah, Arsenal is looking more and more like possibly Arsenal's year. They now have a technically, because I don't think Man City hasn't played their game yet. Villa is in second place. They're 6 points behind Arsenal. Manchester City have to win this game to stay within striking distance of Arsenal, because they have a game in hand, but they're now 7 points adrift with the Arsenal win today. Look, like I said, this year is not a year that we can talk about back to back. We sit at 33 points. Arsenal sit at 48 points. That is a 15-point difference.
Embarrassing.
Why it's so embarrassing to me, JK, and you can tell me why it's so embarrassing to you, is the sheer fact that we are not 15 points worse. Our team on paper is not 15 points the worser of teams when you're trying to relate Arsenal to Liverpool. There's no way you would say there's a 15-point gap between us.
Well, on paper, no, of course not. But as I've always said, you could have the best players in the world, but if the energy isn't right, you could get relegated. And that's football. The energy is not right with the club. Arsenal are locked in with Arteta. They've spent $1 billion to get there. Look at their subs bench today. You had Saka. Who else was there? Marino, Eze. And they've sort of... No one's beating them. Hence why I reckon we will beat them. It's about time someone sort of put a stop to their bullshit. I don't want Arsenal to win the league. I don't think none of us want them to win the league. Hence why the game we've got against them on the Thursday, I want to see a display where we go for the win. We've already beat them once. Let's get 6 points off them. You know what I mean? But yeah, Arsenal, I don't take them serious in the bigger picture. They finally got there where they're really sort of in charge of the Premier League title now. They haven't had it in the last few years. They've sort of participated. Hi, Norman, in the chat as well. But
big up.
The only way we could, at the end of the day, when we first played them, I don't think we were going to beat them at Anfield, but we did. Football's a funny game. I don't want to go into that game thinking we already lost it. And as a Liverpool fan, we don't do that. Hence why, for me, every game we play, we can win. Because we've got the players on paper to win every game, bro.
Oh, looky here. Nalante might have his arch nemesis joining us. Big up, Jan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry, I was late. I was watching the Arsenal game.
Oh, I understand. How are you?
Hi there.
12. Do you really have to get on this show?
He's a
Kick him
fraud.
off, yeah.
Dude, we started already.
Oh my goodness, you guys are like the odd couple. You guys are funny.
He was the Arsenal fan. He was the Arsenal fan.
Arsenal fan. And
It's you see this what happens when she disappears for 5 years. This is what happens, you see?
Wow.
Anyway,
all right. Well, welcome to the show.
Don't disrupt the show now. Come on.
No. Welcome to the show. Glad that you can make it. I understand that you're probably sitting there hoping that Arsenal would end up and drop the bag against Bournemouth, but they didn't, unfortunately.
No, they was hoping Bournemouth would do a bit more. They looked a bit promising at first, and then they just fell apart. And then the ref,
you know what? You're joining.
The ref blew the whistle when they were attacking. When Bournemouth were attacking, don't get it.
At the end, yeah. He should have got at least 20, 30 seconds, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a bit fraudulent, to be honest. But anyway,
I think you're joining the discussion at the right time, though, because I know the subject we're going to cover next is the player I know that you certainly hold close to your heart, and that is Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk has some comments that were
Yeah.
calm, measured. What's
Yeah.
that?
I thought you were going to say Cody Gakpo, but never mind. Go on.
Oh, okay. My fault. Well,
Yeah,
I know you love yourself some Virgil van Dijk too.
Yeah.
I know you.
Carry on.
Yeah. But behind the words was a quiet admission, I think, that he gave. The team feels the tension, they feel the groans, they feel the impatience, they feel the doubt creeping in. And the fans, I think, are rightfully so to think so. They feel the stagnation of this club's approach on the pitch. Excuse me. I think both sides are right, by the way, and that's what makes this more uncomfortable. I would say, is this tension healthy, or is it a sign? Is this an early sign of something slipping in your opinion?
You asking me?
Yes.
What was it he actually said? Because I that video I put up of what he said, it was difficult to. I'm finding it difficult to hit any.
Okay, I'll give you the quotes. I'll give you the quotes. Okay.
Go for it.
He says, if I think about the game right now, I think we were not good enough in the last part of our game and didn't create enough chances to win the game. So yes, that's frustrating, but we can speak. We can be frustrated. We can do all this stuff. But in 2 days, we travel to London and we have a tough game on Sunday again. So we have to recover and analyze within the camp and then be ready for a tough game over there. I don't think there's any reason to not have confidence playing for Liverpool. You have an opportunity each and every 3-4 days. So you have to go out with confidence, trust in your teammates to compete on the absolute highest level. And I have that, so keep going. We take the point, we move. There's no point to think about if it feels like a defeat. The fact is, we take a point. We should have done better in our last part of our game. That's how I feel like right now. Maybe I'm wrong, but everyone will have their opinion.
Right, my opinion is he talks an awful lot, but I'm fed up with it as the captain. I'm seeing a Virgil van Dijk that I believe isn't doing his best, but is doing a lot of talking. I think that I get you can't try and remain positive, but him and Curtis Jones said quite I don't know the stuff that I said. Why aren't you doing it on the pitch? And this is my problem with them. It's not just him. I get it, but to me, you're not matching it with action on the pitch, and the whole team isn't. And as the captain, if you're playing like you've signed out, then the whole team are going to mirror that in some respects. I personally think so. I'm not pleased with it. I've stopped listening to a lot I've stopped taking on board what he said because it's copy and paste in my opinion. And no action on the pitch. Yeah, that's my.
I'll ask a quick follow-up question, and then I'll bring it to the entire panel. Do you think that Virgil van Dijk should be the captain of this team, and do you think that he's a true leader for this club?
I think he is, but I think like some of the others, they've lost their way. I think there's a World Cup coming up, and some of them may be more focused on that and not on their club and how their team play. Although he has been pulled up on his defensive work by Koeman, obviously, who's the manager of the Netherlands national team. So it isn't just solitary to Liverpool or isolated, to Liverpool. But yeah, I do believe he's a leader, and I don't think he deserves to have it taken away. He's just playing. He's not his best. Yeah.
Okay.
It.
So you trust in our captain. Okay. I got you. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. JK, same question then. Do you think that Virgil van Dijk is rightfully our captain, and do you trust in his leadership? Yep, JK, maybe not with us. All right. Well, then I'll ask that to Nolante. Are you with us, Nolante?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you have faith in Virgil van Dijk as our leader? Do you trust that he can continue to be our captain, or would you take the captain band away from him and give it to someone else on our team?
To be honest, I can't really say any standout candidates, if I'm honest. I mean, you consider Robbo, but Robbo doesn't 100% start 100%. I mean, we need someone that starts 100%. So it's VVD. I mean, yeah, Sobbo potentially, but I still think he's still lacking in a certain thing. So there's no clear candidates. There's potentials and stuff like that. So he's like, unfortunately, he's been affected by the virus, man. He's like I said. I mean, fans over analyze stuff and said he's been playing poor from the start, which he hasn't. He was the actual one who was getting the wins. He was usually our best defender, as per usual, but unfortunately, he's gone downhill. And some of his comments, I mean, fair enough, he fronts up, but it's just like, I mean, what else can he say? Innit? It's the usual, "Oh, we know what's wrong, we're going to fix up." I mean, he's the mouthpiece, isn't it, of the club, isn't it? So he has to.
Sorry, I have to interrupt. He's talking too much. How can you be a mouthpiece but not about what you're doing on the pitch? I
But
can't.
see, and you know the role. That's what they have to do, regardless. Like he has someone who's got to report to the media, and that's just him, innit? So, regardless of what he agrees or disagrees, that's just what it is. But I mean, it's not even that because he is what it is. I mean, it's just going through one or the other. He has to fix up his own injury, but it's more of a team issue. So it is what it is, isn't it? We're just, I don't know, man. We look lost. It's just weird. Like this time, this time last year, I think we were all in auto drive. And now
we
we're
were
just
10 points ahead, I believe, last year. To what we are.
And I think we're all still in the days like what's really going on, and like I said, I don't know. Right, like I said, tomorrow this team's not giving me any confidence about winning tomorrow. But in regards to, I mean, I know I will say this in regards to Slot quickly. I think regardless of whether you agree or disagree or whatever, I think it's been for the best interest of the club. He just needs to go. I don't think we can wait till the end of the season. It's just whatever has happened. I know it's him and the players are not responding. The players have got a lot to answer for. I think it's just for the best right now. But something has to go. Something has to change. And unfortunately, will go with the manager. It's not going to be the players.
I think Philo's onto something there where he's saying, I think that is dragging Virgil down a bit because he hasn't given much help, has he? This season, and your partner's got to be playing well. If you're playing badly, makes it a lot harder for your partner to play well. He just hasn't given me enough support this season for me to try and, I haven't been pleased with us defensively all season. It's the same two guys as last season, more or less. There's no difference. It's just a whole different ball game this season. I don't want to say Virgil's blameless or that I'm clutching at straws or anything to try and not give him any stick, but I think a large part of it is that Konate's been so poor next to him in a lot of the games, really bad.
Well, I was gonna say this portion. There is something we will circle back to Slot because I know that what you just said was a question that we addressed on the Quasi show again. And I wanted to hear the panel's ideas behind it. But before we do, I wanted to ask this because this was a tweet, or I don't even know what they call them anymore, but since it's X, but it's no longer Twitter. Is it still a tweet? Is it still a tweet?
It's a tweet.
Okay, all right. Well, Sian brought this tweet up, which was a good one about Virgil van Dijk. And Virgil van Dijk has won 100 aerial duels in the Premier League. He has he has 100 aerial duels won, but he's contested 134 and won 104 aerial duels this season. That's the best success rate of any player to contest over 25 aerial duels in 2025-26. So what's so interesting about it is I know that Virgil's coming, rightfully so in some cases. He's had some slips or some, falls from the standards that he should keep at the position. But what you just pointed out about what Hyler said, what has been going on, if the statistics don't necessarily say that Virgil's having a subpar year, it sounds like more so the team around him is having a little bit of a cohesion problem, less than an actual performance problem with their statistics. Or am I wrong? Great. It was a great.
I'd certainly say that the midfield is a bit less stable and functioning as well as it was last season. Because McAllister is basically taken out of the equation this season. It's not the real McAllister, or is it McAllister at all we've been seeing this season? Half fit, looking not that motivated. I mean, taking him out, and it just hasn't been the same with Arne, and that's also not helpful to the centre backs, either of them, specifically Virgil.
Right.
No, to both of them. It's not helpful to either of them. The midfield's running fine and perfectly into the same players more often than not, and yet we had a settled team last season. We haven't got that this season.
Can you imagine though if you told me that we have a center half, and Konate's numbers are pretty exceptional too. I don't have them in front of me as well, but his numbers are pretty decent as well. But if you were to tell me that we have a center half that wins 78% of his aerial duels, would you not then correlate that we must be better on corners, both defensively and offensively? Why is that not transposing into better numbers, do you think? Oh, that's CN. Why do you think that's not really?
Because it shouldn't just be on Virgil. Because you're taking one person's figures is my first answer to that. And I think that is part of our issue. I when some other teams do set pieces and I watch how they set up, which looks a mess to me, I see the tall one at the near side, the goalpost, the nearest to the corner, and then you've got the shorter players behind, and I'm thinking, how can that work when those other players are not able to see? So what are they going to do? Just stand there? And it just looks a mess. I've seen players marking players that there's total mismatch. So I think it's not just on. I don't think it's on Virgil with that. I think it may match. He still does a lot of jumping and attempting aerial duels, I guess, but I just think his overall standard, if we're talking about him, is down. But I think the whole team is poor, to be fair.
Do you think that maybe, and I'll just a follow-up question, and then I'll ask the same question to the entire panel. Do you think that maybe it's not necessarily that his standards are down? Maybe it could be more so that he's having to carry more of the load, that it's weighing down the standards, if you know what I mean, as opposed to
so I will say, when they used to take, if we're talking, for example, when they used to take corners, and obviously for set pieces, you used to have the same players doing them. So maybe in previous it was Trent, and then it might have McAllister, Robbo, etc. But a lot of the time on the left side, you've got Gakpo, who's a tall player. So why would you have him taking? I don't know if he's any good with it.
Yeah, why is he taking the corners? Right?
Why is he taking the corner when he's a tall player? Ekitike's new, but I'd like to see him more involved. He's another tall player. Konate, I have to say, he's a bozo with that. I swear, he's a bit of a bozo with that, and I just think it's something that he's he's lacking in. And again, if you're talking about height and you're talking about defenders, and one thing people look at is height, then he should be doing a lot more, in my opinion. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, all right. I asked the same question. JK, are you back with us yet or no?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. I'll ask the same question to you. You didn't get a chance to answer if Virgil van Dijk is your captain if you can answer that as well, if you think he's at the level to be our captain. But this question is more on the fact of Virgil van Dijk. Even I'd have to get the numbers in front of me for Konate. I'll get it for you in a second. But Konate, Virgil, they actually have the best, I believe, as a duo, they have the best aerial. They're the most aerial domination between two center halves in the league, for instance. But yet, for some reason, we are unable to kind of make that into more goals on the offense. Like, as in, there's a stat out there that we've had 100 corner kicks this season in the Premier League. We've got one goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very impressive, that is. You know what sums up our season? Yeah, defensively for me.
Tracy.
That goal Newcastle scored, mate, towards the damn burn. When Ibu went up for it, missed it, and it rolled down his back, and then they scored. That's what, like, that sums up our season defensively in the air, that moment.
Van Dijk turning away when he's defending, he needs to realise he's onto it's another meme that's ready to go. Because I've been at a game, I've got to record a goal here, and it's recording him doing what is in all these memes, and I'm like, yeah, well, I can't even put that online. That's my captain there. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
he does
exactly.
it. Sorry, mate. Forget your hair in your face, but stop this. I don't know. It just looks weird. I don't see any other players doing it. Really, I question it. So I know you got World Cup and everything, sir, but I get to just this is your team here that you helped lead to the league. So he needs to, he needs to sort it out. To be honest.
No,
Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it? It's the World Cup year, and all these underperforming players will mostly be at the World Cup. You know, if that doesn't put a spark under their arse, or whatever you call it, fire under them, then I don't know what will. Certainly play themselves into the international side, well, keep themselves, sort of thing, with their club performances. Some players, though, they don't have to play well for their clubs to get picked internationally, and then they could, maybe even play well internationally and come back and play shit for us. I don't have much hope of us actually beating Fulham, which we haven't had that many wins of Fulham lately.
That's the scariest. That's the scariest thing about it. That's the scariest thing about it, is that it sounds more like there's that saying that Klopp turned doubters into believers, and it's like Slot has done the opposite in turning believers into doubters.
I'm right. Yeah.
Normally, I'm a Liverpool fan, and I think we can win any game. And look at the Fulham game away and think, we can win that, but it's not going to be that easy. Marco Silva loves getting a result against us, does he, as well? He's all right, I like him. I thought he was quite good as Everton boss. He's better than what came after him. He just kept getting progressively worse. Like Martinez, Everton was the best Everton we've seen in a while. Probably the last best Everton team we've seen. But he likes getting results against us, Marco Silva, and he can do it. We only got didn't we only get a point off them last season? Fulham drew at Anfield and lost away.
But for me, concerning Van Dijk, it's amazing how a guy who's probably been the best centre back ever, all of a sudden looks a bit fatigued and stuff. Everyone's jumping on him. It's like the guy knows he's the best in the business. We don't need to tell him he ain't been great. We don't need to tell him that. He's been playing long enough to realise he hasn't been great. But the sideways defending, that little side move they do. Back in the days, our managers used to always say, stay straight. Don't go to the side. Don't give no shape to your body. Just stand in front of the guy with the ball. So I don't know what this new little Versace modelling sort of turn, that little. I think he's doing too many photo shoots for Versace and that, bro.
Right. It looks really odd though. If you look at it, it looks odd. It looks odd.
It looks odd.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not really doing us any favors when he does that move.
No, it's not.
Well, no, because the last one, the one I tried to record, I thought was a goal or whatever was something else. The ball skimmed over his back like a pebble when you throw pebbles in the sea. Like,
Yeah.
and I went, "What the hell are you doing? What are you supposed to defend there? You're literally bending down and allowing the ball free movement above you, like, yeah."
Well, is some of the so there has been some center back deals that have been spoken on. Ndukwe is obviously a big name for youth, a wonder kid at least. He feels like a future play. But then there is the talk about this Ordoñez, who obviously feels more like a answer to our present need. Yes, from Club Rouge. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is that name not moving you?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
It's the Venezuelan guy in it, Ordoñez.
Yeah.
Colombian.
Oh, Ecuadorian. Okay.
He's Colombian, actually.
One day he's coming,
Colombian.
the next day he's not coming. It's like,
Well, I'll get there eventually. He's Colombian then.
Right. Okay.
Ecuador.
He's a name that's been mentioned. The other kid's 17, isn't he? And going into the under, I don't know.
Just a waste of a signing. I mean, if it's just a waste of signing.
We need him now, don't we, in Atlanta? What's going on? I might have to agree again.
No, we don't need him. He ain't gonna play. He's gonna be going in there, and we don't know how long that's gonna take. I mean, when was the last main youth player from that plays for Liverpool? It's just a waste of a signing. I mean, I ain't got no hope with a 17-year-old. He could be proven wrong, but he ain't getting no game time. Exactly, yeah. It's just a waste of a signing. Just get whoever. Ordoñez, I've actually watched him and Diamande. I watched him, and he's, like I said, I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind. I think potentially, and again, it's hard to say. He's what, 21, 22? I think potentially he can be better than Ibu, potentially. But again, whether we get him or not, that's the thing.
So could I be?
Yeah, exactly, innit? Yeah. Ibu, Ordoñez, the Club Brugge defender.
Oh, you think he could be better? Okay.
Yeah. He's better.
Have you watched him?
Yeah, I watched him. I've watched him. I watched some Club Brugge games because I've done my research on him, and I see him in the Champions League. Even when they've lost, like Arsenal and stuff like that, he's been one of the better players. But you know how it is, isn't it? Sometimes you can lose and the player will stand out. For me, he's
no, fair enough. I trust your judgment on this occasion. Yeah.
You trust me, all right? God damn it.
I don't. You're fraud.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
See the disrespect. All right, 12 banner. Bye, C. All right, we'll get her off.
I'd definitely be willing to take a gamble on a South American defender because sometimes he'll be good, not always, but gamble on. Look, we need more than one centre back. The more names, the better, and hopefully we get one of them, and they're not just linked.
Not Waltermart.
Who?
Slotterbeck.
Are you okay?
Sorry, no, I wasn't.
Yeah. Too much champagne drinking there. But anyway,
I don't really. I don't drink. Slotterbeck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I meant. I knew it was a long word like that. I wasn't good at it. What about him?
Yeah.
He would be my ideal Slotterbeck if we could afford him and if they'd let him go this January. But if not, there is the summer still.
I think Slotterbeck seems like more of like a summer signing than it does a January signing. We'd have to pay. We'd not only have to pay over and above the price for Slotterbeck in the January window, but we'd have to pay him over and above what he probably demands as a salary to get him to come to the club.
As far as I can remember, Babel was the only German centre-half we've had, and he very rarely played centre-back for the season. He played right-back.
I remember because of him being in show's good form, innit? Yeah. He's quality Babel. He just had that disease. What was it called? Muron? I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Guillain-Barré
disease or something.
Yeah. He's quality, man. He's quality.
Ziga. Ziga is good. Christian Ziga, yeah.
Great player.
You reckon, JK? I thought he was average. I thought he should have done better for us.
Before he came to us, he was great. He was
Oh,
great,
very
great.
good.
Moments.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Scored a couple of goals with that left footer, isn't there? A couple of good moments, but like he only spent moments on the pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Injured all the time.
Yeah, I think what people need to, I think with VVD, again, what we can all say is that, and I've said this, listen, but I've said this for a long time, but people always VVD, he's been playing non-stop. He's been non-stop playing. That's a factor. So as much, and he's been poor this season.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the last 2 months, but he's non-stop. When he's had a rest, and again, this is why I'm educating people. People saying, "Oh no, last year don't give VVD a rest. Let's play him and Mo, and it's gonna come back up." And look at him now. He looks a shadow. I was watching him Leeds. Yeah, he does. I was watching him against Leeds, and he was struggling. Calvert-Lewin is not even the main striker. What was that game? Numencha. He was struggling against him. He looked like a guy in the bar of soap. That's how bad VVD was. Every time he tapped, he looked shaky, and that's not we know. But it's been poor. But he needs badly a rest. But
Big time.
It's down to the club. They should have done this, even under Klopp. All these things they should have done.
But the thing is, I think they tried to do something like that when they brought in that Giovanni Leone kid. Unfortunately for him, obviously he got injured in that first little cup game that he took part in. I saw a lot of promise in that. He was meant to come in and play in the first team. I don't know who, if he or Virgil or Canate, don't know, but that caused obviously a knock-on effect because that's one less player that we've got to access. Gomez again. I mean, yeah, Gomez, as good as he is when he plays, that's one less player. Bradley, I don't know what to say about him. I like him, but he needs to calm down and stop these silly tackles, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The back line is as the defend who I would have if they were at their best would be Robbo, Gomez, Konate, and Virgil.
Well done, C. Well done. Well done. You're not a fraud after all.
I'll change my mind then. I think I'll change my mind.
Of course you're going to change your mind, you see? All right. I'll speak to my wife, see later. Don't worry. Off camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're a lot more solid with whether people like Gomez or whether people think Robbo's legs are gone. I think they're a lot more solid with those players because they all know each other. There's less exposure at the back. There, you haven't got Robbo so much and Gomez so much bombing down the wings, trying to be those pacey wingers because they're not. They're just they stay back there and defend for the most part.
Yeah, but they came in now recently and steadied the ship because we were conceding 3 goals a game, weren't we?
Yeah.
And Gomez came back into the team and Robertson, and we sort of settled it down a bit now.
Yeah, Shaker, yeah. But the thing is, I'll say this: as much as the Gomez thing, the injury, I get it, but people need to remember that Joey's on the bench for about 9-10 games, and he's not getting a game. So what is that? Well, yeah. I mean, he should again. Yeah, I know I'm biased. Yeah, exactly. So I'm biased, but I mean, forget it. If he's in form, he's in form. But he's been. We know how long he's been poor, and he should have put him on. He should have started him a long time ago before getting 2 right back injuries. So you wouldn't have started Joey because you got the injuries. It's like, oh, let me play Joey, and no. Again, he's not the sole reason, but he helped. And VVD, I
think the choice with that is because you've got a coach. Sorry, I called him a manager. That's not even what it is. A coach that's lost his nerve.
Yeah.
Like
True.
in the other things he said he was going to deliver, or the other players that he may have utilised. That's all. And he's relied on steady eddies that not necessarily, and not even subbing them, and they're not necessarily the right player, and they're not playing. And I'll say that as the whole team. And Virgil, who are you going to for? I mean, on a real who? Like who's going to replace him? Who have we got on the bench?
Well, there's no one. That's the problem.
He did centre back in the preseason.
I'll ask you this question because of what you just said. I'll ask you this question from what you just said, and that is, all right. I'll set the scenario at least. Liverpool. There's reports that Liverpool or FSG have already told Slot, end of the season, we're going to go a different direction. Okay. So if anything, he might be playing on borrowed time, but also he might be also being allowed to say, hey, you know what, we're going to let you see this year out, you know, and then at least by your performance, maybe you can, you know, arrange yourself to be in position to get another head coaching job someplace else, as opposed to being sacked in the middle of a poor run or a poor campaign and having to, you know, negotiate from that level. With that said, if Liverpool has told Arne Slot that at the end of the season we're going to part ways, do you think that maybe this is Arne Slot's way of saying, you know what, if I'm going to go down with the ship, I might as well do it my way? And despite the fact that there's been calls to do this or calls to do that, Liverpool aren't going to look to Arne and say, okay, what is the components you need, Arne, to be successful? They're looking at components that whoever they bring in as a coach to be successful is what they have to kind of pivot towards. Do you think that could be the case? Anyone can jump in on that scenario.
I'll let someone else answer because I talk a lot. If someone else wants to answer.
Oh, if you want to go first, you can go first. Go ahead.
I don't think he's basically saying his way or the highway, because I think that's not what Slot's about. I believe he's very stubborn. I believe he's out of his depth, and I think he's reverted to type. Except I don't think he knows what his type is. As in, he hasn't got a clear starting 11. He hasn't got a clear formation. He's changing players. He's subbing players on, which got slightly better, but then you're putting again Szoboszlai back at right back, which is a whole. Why are you doing that? You've got right backs there. You're not playing players in their strongest position. You're playing Wirtz on the left, doesn't work. Do you want a long?
No, you can give the long or short answer. It's up to you.
To me, that's a lot of problems that he is part of, and then the lack of accountability from him. If you're at the end of a game talking about other teams' tactics or something else,
that's a great
embarrassing.
Point.
Embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
A lot, and then I noticed Virgil started doing it, and I went, I'm done. Because up until when that's the first thing I was waiting for, and you know, the only time I've heard Arne Slot accept accountability was when a Dutch journalist asked him, do you accept accountability for how you played in this game? And you know why? Because for the same reason a lot of people say the Dutch are very blunt and whatever, the Dutch journalist will ask them very blunt, direct questions, and he had to answer, and he admitted, yes, he is accountable. Only time. Other than that, he blames the weather, the grass, he's not tied up his shoelaces, didn't he? Whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's what you said. I think it's separate to that, but it may result in them. I don't think they'll get rid of him mid-season either. I don't think Liverpool do that. I think it will be end of season. And that's it. I think
that there are some reports that he's already been told that this is the reason. I guess the biggest red flag or biggest warning shot that has been seen is the fact that Liverpool have backed out of contract negotiation with him. Originally, we were hearing that they were talking to his side about trying to figure out a contract extension, because this coach has only got a 3-year contract. So this is year 2 of a 3-year contract. Would they want to eat $6 million? I think, which is what he gets paid, next year. No.
You know what you're missing?
But I mean,
do you know what you're missing? Is the fact that his title is a head coach. He's not a manager like Jurgen Klopp. He was very clear when he first came in, and Richard Hughes sat to him, that my remit is the team that plays in front of me and in their training and nothing else. Very clear. And you can tell. So I think that's more telling, should I say, than how long his contract is, in my opinion, because they had already forward planned.
Okay.
I mean, he got.
I get what you're saying. Go ahead. I get what you're saying. Go ahead, Lee.
He got plenty of praise for the way he won the league last season, not just from Liverpool fans, but outside as well. Because come in, just made a couple of adjustments, so it was enough to win us the league. Yeah, City dropped off last season, and Arsenal then had the injury crisis to endure, as they enjoyed telling us for so long. But everyone, you got plenty of praise for the way you won the title, and it was great. And there is a part of me that does feel a little bit, sad and sorry for them, that like having to watch this shit now this season and think, yeah, this was, because it all looks sweet in the summer. I don't think even the most negative Liverpool fan would have predicted how like far off it we'd be. I know we've climbed back up the table now, but we've just looked so far off the pace this season. It's untrue. Even when we started the season with 7 wins out of 7, we just didn't look right, and we only scraped through in a few of them games, didn't we? The first 7, but Nosy could have predicted how it's gone, could he? How badly it's gone. And it looks like it will be his last season. I can't see him being there now after the summer.
Okay. I mean, I think you have to recognize that. I'll let JK weigh in too. I think he's about to. But it is a question that has to be asked. Is this coach just basically saying, hey, I've got nothing to lose here. Like, this is all on me, and there's no job security really that I can fall back on any longer. Fact,
sorry, can I just say a quick fact that I'm assuming everybody's aware of, is that Slot as a manager has never lost games before. So whoever said about last season or whatever, that was a winning season with an established team. I hate saying Klopp's team because it jars me, but it was an established.
Oh, you'll
get
a lot of feedback if you say it like that. I get what you're saying.
I'm saying it as what it is. It was an established team. I loved Klopp, but I'm not going to do anyone an injustice. But Slot as a manager at Feyenoord, he as a player he may have been as part of a losing team. As a manager, no. You can tell he has. In some way, he has no clue what to do, and you can see it. And I think that's part of the problem, and it's been left to unfold in front of us. He admitted it in a press conference and said he's learning on the job at Liverpool. No, thank you. Go elsewhere and learn. And then come to Liverpool. Thank you very much. I don't want you learning at Liverpool. We're Bournemouth, sorry. I'm just saying.
No, that's spot on. No, this is not a training ground for how to be a man, or how to be a coach, at least, if you want to keep emphasize that he's different in the coach and the manager. Yeah. This is not the place.
I haven't seen a Liverpool performance that dispiriting in quite some time, and we didn't even lose against Leeds. We didn't lose, but it was just so shit, the performance, and it was unacceptable. I will use the word unacceptable.
Yeah.
It was fucking pants. What the hell was that?
Yeah, there's let me see if I can pull this stat up. I won't put it up on the screen at least, but let me bring up this one stat. I believe it was there was a statistic that showed in that Leeds game how much we walked, how much time was on the pitch of us walking, basically.
Oh yeah, saw that stat.
And the number that was associated with that was criminal, as in the sheer fact that we had that much. I think it's 35%. Let me see if I can find the stat.
Yeah, criminal.
And it wasn't like Leeds didn't have a number as well, high numbers. Okay, here it is. Liverpool spent 35.41%. So 35% of the time of the game versus Leeds, they were walking. And it's so highlighting a passive performance is what I'm trying to bring on to the point. Leeds, on the other hand, was walking 32.9%. So basically 33% of the time they were walking. So it wasn't like we were, they were giving Leeds time to recover, to rest as well.
I'm sorry, it's embarrassing. That's Anfield. We're Liverpool. And I watched a game and I heard so many people say, I turned it off, I got bored. It was boring. The players were disinterested. I know there was other results on that day that matched ours. I don't care. It's not good enough. It just isn't good enough, and I'm just saying it. I don't care. They should have started off the year with a win. Leeds, who didn't actually really challenge us, as you just stated. So what were we doing?
They're a promoted team at the bottom of the table. Do you know what I mean? They're not very good. I mean, I was pissed off enough with the 3-3, as I said before. I was expecting and hoping for revenge for that outrage, the 3-3 at Ellen Road. But to not even get 3 points around to that promoted team that's struggling anyway and is rather shit. There's a kick in the teeth.
Out of the two, Lee, and then everyone on the panel can answer this one too. What was more disappointing performance? Was it our performance at Leeds, or was it the performance at Anfield versus Leeds?
The Anfield one, probably, because at least in the away one, we were winning twice. We went 2-0 up, and it was just that abomination from Ibu, the knob. It killed us there. If Ibu wouldn't have done that shit, mate, that game was done. It didn't cause us any problems until Ibu decided to do that.
Okay.
Total.
Anybody else? Does anyone else have a?
Okay, JK. Yeah. One of you two, because I want to.
Yeah. JK, you're off mute.
But for me, they were both as bad as each other. Like, come on, you're letting 3 goals in away to Leeds after you should have wrapped that game up when it was 2-0. Then at home, were we even at home the other day? You know what I mean?
It didn't seem like it.
There you go.
Did not feel like it. Yeah.
Too much respect.
It's awful. I'm so sorry. I have to keep saying this. It's awful. I watched that game. I was so angry at the end. I really was angry because what are they doing? You got Virgil with his crap. Oh yeah, the crowd needs to get, or the fans need to get behind us. What are you doing on the pitch? What are you doing? Oh.
Yeah. You have to give something for people to get behind it. You know, you have to make an effort of putting something out there that makes you say, yeah.
He can't be entitled like this. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Then he needs to be humble. Where's Harlan with be humble? Flipping hell, man.
If you had to choose between the two, I know JK did, to split the baby thing, but if you had to say which performance you're more disappointed in, was it the away fixture or was it the home fixture?
Me or JK?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Me. Home, because home, and because it was our first game of this year, so it was against a poor team. Like, really,
not necessarily a crap team. Yeah.
Poor. Like, well, they didn't challenge us. They didn't cause us any problems. It was a boring game overall. I don't know what I watched.
It looked to me a bit like that first game encouraged them. Farkas said, "Look, we've got a decent result at our own ground. Let's have a go here." And they're just not a very good team. That's what's pissed me off, like dropping 4 points to that. Suicide, that crap. With the best will in the world, they are a bit shit, that Leeds team. Like,
what did we do, Lee? What did we do to actually try and win that game? What did we do? First half, second half, what did we do? We didn't. Like we did. That's what's bad about it. At Anfield, I can't.
Do you think it's because we got it? Do you think it's because when you saw the lineup? Do you think it was because we got the lineup wrong? Maybe.
No, I think
when you saw the lineup, you were like, "Oh, this team." I know any lineup versus Leeds is a lineup that we should be able to work out. But I'm just saying
how like their formation, the style of I can't work out anything with Slot. It looks like he throws, I've said this before, a load of ingredients all together and just tells them to work it out themselves. It looks a mess. I can't work out who's playing where. I don't think players know. Like a few times, Ekitike wasn't even in the box, and you had who passed it in. what do we call it? Whoever, I can't remember who passed it. Robbo passed it in once, and whoever passed it in the other. And Ekitike wasn't even in the box; he wasn't there. It may be that's a fault of his as a player. I really like him, but that sort of thing, you can't do that. That's messy. Like, yeah, it's just not good enough. Not good enough. Sorry. I was calm after the other day. I'm telling you.
I'm getting you riled up talking about it again.
No, I'm going to
sorry.
the next 2 games. The Burnley game's on my birthday. I swear to God, if they lose,
Okay.
I'm going to pitch myself and
No.
shout at them.
They'll give you that birthday present.
Yeah,
No, that No, I was just asking because the lineup that we saw on the pitch was Ali, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Grav, Jones, Frimpong, Dom, Wirtz, Ekitike. If you're telling me that 11 can't score against Leeds, then that's an issue.
Yeah. I wouldn't have moved Frimpong back. I think when they did the subs, I would always. Frimpong needs to be a right winger, and that's where he needs to stay until Salah gets back, because that'll be his only chance, really, truly. And then they'll stick him in this mislabeled right back position. And then I think Bradley was on a bit too long. In theory, you're right. They should have won. They didn't score in that first half for one. And they are more than good enough, and it's Anfield. And I'll say it again, I don't think people don't realise Anfield is the place where you don't have games like that.
Can I say that it is abominable, but I mean, I think it's also maybe, again, this is hindsight speaking, and I guess hindsight's 2020 is always like, is easier to say this than the latter, but maybe rather than sub in Cody Hackbo, who when we're having a team that we're having difficulty breaking down, difficulty, attacking their low block. Maybe, I'm not saying you had to start Rio. I'm not going to go as far as get on that bandwagon. So I know some people are saying, why didn't Rio start? Let's be honest, he's 17. There's only so much you're going to get from a player like Rio. But could he have been an earlier substitution? I think yes. I think he should have been an earlier substitution, and you should have went to Rio first before you went to Cody. But we all know that probably was never going to happen. Go ahead. If you wanted to say something, go ahead, Sian.
No, I was just going. I thought you were going to do some slander there. No, I'm.
No. I know that's your guy, so I'm not. And no, Cody, Cody's my guy too.
I don't want to talk about it in the wrong segment or at all, but it's Slot's management of him and him as this main focus is the main.
Make it better.
Is it?
Does that make it better for you?
Hey!
There you go. Cody's my guy. I like Cody.
Rio to me, I think, why not start him? I think I was one of the people that said Chiesa should have been until the other day. Until I saw that he can't be hacking, he can't do 90 minutes. So I think.
Okay, wait a minute. You're going to say, how many in the chat too? Please answer this question in the chat. We've got over 60 people in the chat, okay? Please tell me, how many of you would have started Rio in that Leeds game? How many, and if you want to follow that up, how many of you would start Rio in the game against Fulham, maybe?
Well, I think the idea with Rio was bring him into the squad this season and we'd be doing better, obviously, and winning a lot of games, and we could bring them on in games we were winning. We could afford to bring them on and give them 15 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 25, whatever. But we just haven't been able to do that because we haven't been playing that well. And, it's a bit unfair bringing him on when we're losing and expecting him to turn the game. I mean, he did well against Newcastle to get the goal, but it just hasn't been that type of season, really, where you can blood young players because we've been struggling and it's tough to bring young players into struggling sides.
He's not played him at all. He's gone from playing him in that little bit where he made a difference, and his I'm not going to sign another left winger because it's going to disrupt Rio's development. To not playing him at all, and over focusing on a player that just does what he does, and people are expecting different.
I'd like to see him at Fulham. I'm not sure about from the start, but I would like to see him at Fulham. Because
you know what's funny about that, Lee? Lee, can I just interject one quick thing, especially to what Sian just said? Our coach has said that Rio's gotten enough minutes already.
I'll give over. He's a fool.
Our coach, as a literal, I'm paraphrasing slightly, but that is a literal quote by him that Rio has gotten enough minutes already this season, in his opinion.
Arne said that.
Arne Slot said that.
Do you know what Arne Slot said? Arne Slot said that Joe Gomez was injured and needed to have injections in his knees, and then said that he couldn't really play. Then said Szoboszlai could play across the back line. Then played Gomez there, and then went, "I see, I told you." No, you didn't play him at all. Yeah, I can't deal with him. I can't deal with him.
Right.
He's off his head, Arne, and I hope he doesn't go the way Arteta went towards the end of last season and start babbling loads of weird shite. Because Arteta went weird towards the end of last season.
Lee, I'll tell you another one. He said Konate was always at the scene of a crime, right? Remember he said that recently, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next time he said he was at the scene of a crime, but he should be at the scene of a crime. I've had enough of him. I mean, which one is which side of the bed have you woken up on? I can't deal with him.
Dugout's been a scene of a crime. There should be a thing of a body like in the dugout where Arne sits, because he's been like, he ain't been there. Who is it? Is it the Arne from last season? Who's this season's Arne? Is it an imposter Arne? Some guy who isn't really him, but just looks incredibly like him.
Lee, last season it was a guy that came in and was told, "This is what you've got. You're not to make many changes apart maybe some tactical ones, and that's pretty much how he won." I didn't emphasize that happening. This season there's a load of new players been thrown in, and because I think of his experience, he's tried to play them all together. Klopp wouldn't have done that. He would have maybe sat Isaac back a bit and slowly integrated him. In my opinion, I think Ekitike was the better player at the beginning of the season. Then he got his red card and just lost his confidence.
No, Klopp used to generally leave players for a bit after he bought them before bringing them in. There would be periods of them, before they started playing. I mean, Arnie's main innovations, if you want to call them that, last season was putting Gravenberch in the 6 and using Diaz as a false 9. And it worked well with him, like the way we had it set up. And Mo had like a record-breaking season. McAllister played well. Szoboszlai was good. It just worked well for us last season. But all the changes at once. I mean, I didn't think it'd be a problem. I think you can sometimes anyway make that many changes and get away with it. But we just haven't done it.
Sunderland, I think, have got, is it 11 new players in or something like that? They've got quite a number of new players in, and they've done better than you'd think, considering they've had a bigger turnover. I think the fact that there's no structure. Yeah, I don't know if that was just a point I noticed.
No, you know what? I was going to have this segment for the final segment, but I'll bring it up for now since we're talking about it. No problem. And that is because it was an article that I read last minute before going live. And there was an article done that interviewed McAllister. And in that interview, he said, we changed too much. He said when players speak, he said basically when he doesn't want to speak on it necessarily because it's going to probably get misquoted or it's going to be taken this or that way, this way or that way. But I think when a player of his level and his importance to the club speaks, you have to pay attention to it. Lexi McAllister didn't rant, he didn't accuse, he didn't point fingers. He simply said something that should make everyone pause, I believe, and that is he said we changed too many things. Those are an exact quote by the player.
I saw
that. We got to change. Yeah,
I saw that today. I saw that, and I actually did a space earlier talking on it. It's a big contrast to what he said. One of the last ones I remember him saying, which was when Real Madrid was sniffing around him. He came out and said he was happy, and yeah, he wasn't going to leave and whatnot. And this is a player that's. I don't blame him for speaking out, but it just shows what a mess, and it just exposes us for the mess we are. And it's sad. It's sad.
It's sad. Wait, Lee, let her finish.
Yeah.
Let her finish then.
No. That I just said it's sad to witness this. That this is kind of what we're all seeing, but we seem unable to turn it around, and because it's complex. It's just so complex. Go on, Lee.
It is complicated.
Yeah, when he said there's been too many changes. Obviously, it doesn't just mean players. But the way we tried to play at the start of the season, and I felt that early on that we were trying to run before we could walk in terms of the evolution of the team and how we went about our job on the pitch, and that is basically the way it's turned out. That it just hasn't worked. What he's tried to do, he's trying to salvage it a bit in that, but we just don't look like a team at the moment that could go on any type of win and run for any length of time. I think we'll continue to struggle for a while. I just hope by the time the Champions League knockout stages come around, which it's far enough away, but still not far away, mid-February, where the fuck it is, it starts. But I hope by the time that starts that we're in some sort of form so we can, deal with whoever we get drawn against, at least, and get a stage further this year.
What about the other two? They're gonna.
Yeah, I know. They're all quiet. They're all quiet. Is it because I know that they don't, they're not they're not part of the crowd that has been very overly critical of McAllister this year, but eight new first team players in, six sold, basically 6 out, a captain obviously no longer a part of the team earlier in a sense, but in Hendo leaving a long time ago, but but it brings to a case where you have a team that isn't necessarily, is it evolution or is this upheaval? What is it like? It's a weird situation for this team to kind of figure out on the fly with a coach that doesn't necessarily have a solid foundation to say, I'm going to be here for the near future.
He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm telling you now, when he first
Tracy does.
When I first heard about, are you there, Lelante? I'll just quickly say my bit and then you can talk. Sorry, I didn't hear you. I just want to say when he came, I was quite excited about him coming to Liverpool because he seemed like a polar opposite of Klopp. So the little faults that Klopp had, and like I said, I love the manager. He seemed to be the opposite. Like he was firm but fair. He would bench players according to they performed and not by who they were and stuff and etc. And this has just proved to be his downfall. It's just a mess, if I'm honest. Go on, Nolante. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. See, I mean, this is the Liverpool 12-man show. It's the CC show, starring Cian and Co.
No, he was quiet.
You're quiet. You were quiet. She's right.
No, I'm busy. No, because I'm letting everyone talk. That's not quiet because I'm letting everyone talk.
Speak about you're busy.
Listen, Spackling, you've done enough talking, right? It's the real people to talk now. Thank you. Silence. No, but I hear what some of you are saying. But on the real seriousness note, I think what it is, something is. And again, like I said, the players have lost the hunger for whatever reason. And yes, it's down to the manager, but these players are not that bad. Are you telling me Ekitike, all these players are not bad, that they've gone downhill? I mean, what was Ekitike doing with that header? He's heading it the wrong way. I mean, what was that about? I was like, what are you doing, Bridget? I mean, what's going on? And I think with the team lineup, I don't think he didn't need to start Frimpong and Bradley against Leeds. He could have just started Frimpong and Chiesa, but we all know. In the highlights, because I saw something, Carlos. Yeah, he could have just done that simple. We don't need to play two of them. We really don't. If it was an away game, Champions League, fair enough. Or, an Arsenal or something like that. But against Leeds, really? And I think Tahailo's thing about Nadike,
did he start? Did he have Robbo there as well?
Yeah, Robbo was there. Yeah, but he started by
So he wanted defensive players at the back. Because if you go further forwards, you need.
I think
Robbo played well. Robbo played well. To be fair,
but I don't think Robbo had a decent game, and I don't think it was.
Yeah,
I don't even think
well.
that. I don't think that it was where it. I don't think you necessarily needed to put Robbo in as a defensive measure against a team like Leeds that's not going to really go forward and offer much. But I will go as far as to say I think that comment I said about Kerkez earlier is relevant in that I don't think that Kerkez is fully fit to play the regimen of games that we play currently. Unfortunately, I don't think he is fit to play. First, it was him trying to get the structure of the team, or the idea of how we play as a team. Albeit that was a struggle for him, but to add on top of that, the coach has come out and said that Kerkez is still learning to play, a game every 3 days, something he did not do at Bournemouth, and he is not physically fit enough to play a full 90 despite his youth and everything else. That is a concern for me. He should, and why is a concern is that a player of his level and a player of his abilities should be able to.
He's 21 years old. How can he not play 3 games?
That's what the coach told. That's
I think
not my words. The coach.
Like Bournemouth is not Liverpool, and he had his role
True.
there wasn't. I don't know.
Oh, we've had players before then that have played 1 game a week and gone to 3 games a week with us, and they'd be fine. So I really don't get that. I mean, you just keep it as, if you want to rotate the players, that's good. Keep them fresh. But all of a sudden, he's not. It doesn't make sense. And I know with the Slot, and I know how you're talking about the head coach, but at the end of the day, head coach, manager, the buck stops with them. If the head coach if Slot wants to sign in, Edwards and Richard Hughes are not going to overrule him. They're going to make suggestions, and then Slot has the final say. Even if he doesn't 100%, if he says no, they're not going to buy that player. Even if it's not 100%, if you say, give it a try. If he says yes, they're going to apply. So all this Hughes overrules Slot because of the head coach. Nah.
Yeah, he does. You know why he does? Because
no, he doesn't. Why? How? Slot wanted
to keep Diaz, and they said, "See ya." But also Diaz wanted to leave.
That's not to do. No, that's not to do with him keeping. Diaz wanted to go. That's nothing to do with Slot. Once the player wants to go, that's nothing to do with Slot. See, if Diaz wanted to go, and once the player
out though that Slot was the one wanted to keep Diaz just to cause trouble, and my poor boy Gakpo, leave him alone. No, sorry. Listen. I don't know why expecting him to be like Messi, man. This revisionism on flipping Diaz was a good player. Should he have gone? I would have liked him to stay, yes, myself. But it is what it is. The management of that, the man management that Slot does is shocking, absolutely shocking. How he manages players, he has no clue. So you can carry on there. You can carry on. It's your turn now. I said my little bit. Thank you.
You said a little bit about 1,000 times, but that's fine. It's all right. The guys will get used to you.
No.
What do you think, JK?
I'll give you. Wait. I'll let JK answer. I just want to make sure I get the quote in. The quote was this: "There were always moments when I think if we are in a better moment of form, that these moments will lead to more goals. But it also maybe tells you something I have." This is Slot speaking, by the way. Tells you something I have emphasized a lot of times. Some players need to adapt to the Premier League, and I have emphasized a lot of times the fact some players need to adapt to 3 games a week. maybe it's not a surprise that Milos has cramped up in the end for two reasons. He is not completely used to that end. Second of all, because he puts so much energy, so much effort in every single time he plays. That was what our coach had to say. This was after, I think it was after the West Ham game. He said when he subbed in Robbo late. JK, you can comment on this, but Kirk has the fitness of Kirkes, the fitness of some of these players is that was his strong suit last season. This season, not so much. What is the issue? I don't know if JK's with us or not. JK might be still handling Smokey in the background, his dog.
Smokey.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he's saying, Smokey's upset.
I think he is handling his dog. All right, he's with us. JK, go ahead.
Could you just repeat
the question was basically is Kirkes's the fact that Kirkes isn't able to now, or that the question has transitioned from Kirkes needs to step up his ability to play as our left back to now Kirkes needs to get the fitness in tune to stay a part of the starting lineup.
Like for me, he never really had a smooth coming into the team sort of role, and it's only been, I would say, about 4 games now, where Virgil's not concentrating on Kirkes like he used to. Hence why Kirkes looks a bit more comfortable. I was thinking Kirkes, I'd play him against Leeds, because when you look at Kirkes' work rate, he's 110% that guy. Like,
that's why I brought that up too. That's why I was bringing that up earlier. I was asking if everyone was confident, or everyone, when he looked at that lineup where you're saying this is the lineup I would have went with. I was injecting. I was asking if the injection of Rio was needed, which is what Cian was saying. But I was also saying maybe we got it partially wrong by putting in Robbo. Robbo is probably more suited against Fulham to start than he was against Leeds to start. I think maybe is the point that I'm trying to bring up.
Okay, but let me ask you this: what difference would Kirkes make against Leeds than what Robbo done? Because in that game, Robbo played some 2-3 good balls. Quality balls.
No, I'm not saying he played poorly. I'm not saying he played poorly.
I know I'm saying poorly, but you guys are saying Kirkes should have started. But what difference what Kirkes has made? That's the thing. He wouldn't have made anything for me, because Robbo made 2-3 glorious. If Isaac, and it's just typical, Isaac is injured, because that would have been meat and drink, and none of them. Hugo should be in that 6-yard penalty box. Those were goal begging chances, and none of our midfielders or Hugo were in there. And there were 3 good balls.
He wouldn't have made a big difference, but for me, it was just like I've seen him sort of settle into his left back role now. Eventually, it took him a long time and that, and I feel more comfortable in the last few games where Kirkes is playing. I'm not worrying about him like I was doing a few months ago and stuff. Hence why I thought, I'll give him another game to keep that flow going. You know what I mean? Nothing to do with Robertson. I love Robertson. I think he's a top player. But I just felt like to keep that flow going for Kirkes, where he's locked in now, I would have played him then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll say in my defense of why I'm saying I would have played Kirkes. And again, this is coming from someone that's been screaming all season to play Robbo instead of Kirkes. Reason why I would have played him in that role maybe because of his pace and because of what we saw. Frimpong was able to kind of construct on the right side. Maybe we would have brought, if we're not going to have a player like a Rio on that left side, and we're going to work on Wirtz being that player, then I think that we could have induced a little bit more pace to the lineup with Kirkes, as opposed to, not saying that Robbo played poorly or wasn't appreciated his contributions. More so, it would have been a different angle to the to the approach as opposed to what we took. That's all.
Did you not notice also? I think what in the way set up, they had Wirtz on the left and not central, where he prefers to be. He may drift and he prefers the free role, but as a left winger, just not good.
It's not it. It's not it. That's not it for him. I don't think the left wing is the position I want to see Florian Wirtz in. I want to see him in that 10 role,
Simple.
and I want to see him. I want to see him develop himself as the comfortability and confidence we need for him to be in that 10 role. Now he can roam. I don't care if he roams left or right to kind of like open up channels, but I don't want to see him stuck out on that left wing, because he's not a left winger. He's just not. And I think that I get that Dami Szoboszlai brings you the work ethic that you need from our 10 as well. But if you're going to do that, play with 2 10s then. Play with Dom and Wirtz in the 10.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see him as a left winger. If I'm going to see a left winger, I want to see Rio as a left winger. I'd rather see Cody as a left winger.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'll accept that. I know it was a little dig, but I'll accept that.
What about you, love? But no, you're right, Tov. I think, but
listen, I want him to stay on the bench for the rest of the season. Then I get peace and quiet.
Yeah, maybe so. No,
I didn't mean. You didn't have to agree. I'm just saying for peace. I didn't mean listen. Can you do a segment about him just so I can say my bit? Because I'm not gonna have to keep saying it.
Okay.
Because I'm unfairly judged, and I think it's on a manager. But yeah.
And you're talking about Cody, right? You're talking about Cody.
Yeah, because it comes up a lot, and I've said he doesn't pay me enough, nor does the club to get so stressed and defend him so much. So I've had to back off a bit with defending him. But actually, I think it's unfair, the scapegoating that happens with
absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think Scapegoat FC is a long held tradition by a lot of fans, which is sad, because they don't. You're not really looking at the truth of it all. Like you're not looking at a team game and singling out one individual. That's not exactly
one individual that plays
approach.
how he plays. He doesn't play any different. He doesn't play. He's there's some games he doesn't play his best. I agree. Some games he should be benched, and Slot doesn't. But ultimately, it's Slot who decided at the beginning of the season, after saying he was going to have Rio as the alternate, that he wasn't, and he was going to focus the whole game, the whole style of play, everything through Gakpo, and then expect him to suddenly turn into, I don't know, somewhat like Mbappe. I don't know what he thought he was going to do.
No, I think he wanted to turn him into unfortunately a player that he'll never be, and that's Mane.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's
he's not Mane he's not Mane at all. He's not.
I'm not saying. I'm saying that's why I'm saying he's never going.
Oh, you mean turn him into them?
Turn him into a Mane, or turn him into like a versatile inside forward.
Because there was a game where he played a hell of a lot better, and I forget it every time. And he didn't do his cutting inside and shooting. He was a facilitator, and he was
Chelsea.
Pardon? Which one?
What, the Chelsea game?
It might have been. It was one game where they all played better, but in particular, he did. And he didn't do any cutting inside and shooting. It was a lot of facilitating, and because he is clinical and accurate generally with his passes, it worked. Because if you're going to do your little pass into the box or whatever, he was there. He wasn't trying to take that shot on himself. I'll tell you something. It was really, and that was from instructions from the manager or the head coach. So therefore, why are you not doing that? Or even on the right, so he plays with his stronger foot. Because he's play cutting inside and shooting. But yeah, that's my opinion. Leave my boy alone.
No, and I get that Cody. I like Cody as a player. I think that I've always. I'm not gonna say he's like Robin, but another Dutch great actually. But what I was only reason why I brought up that as when referencing another Dutch player, a Dutch winger that only really had one move if you want to put it that way, or one particular
One
style
move.
playing.
Ooh,
Yeah, right. Ooh,
one move
yeah.
on the pitch when he turns
Day
inside.
job, you're like,
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. I know. But I just brought that up because I just think that you can have that one particular move as long as you do it great, or as long as you're good at it, keep doing it. Let people talk about you only have one move. Well, fantastic. It's one move that you can't stop. As long as it's something like that, then I don't have an issue or problem with someone being like, oh, he just, it's just dribble to the middle, shoot. Well, if that's his move and he's able to obviously get production from it, keep doing it, in my opinion. Even if you are quote unquote predictable.
He's overused it though. He's overused the player that is carrying the team that shouldn't be. I just can't say it any better than that. Just like in effect, Virgil's dropped off a bit in his performances, but it could be because he plays religiously every single game, all games, whether he's good or not, because who you're subbing him with anyway. Do you understand? It's relative, I think. Yeah.
Well, let me get into some far-fetched news, and I will address something that someone brought up in the chat, and that it is the possibility of that happening is next to nil. But I'll get into that in 1 second. Harvey Elliott is not considering an MLS move. Let me repeat that. He is not going to consider an MLS move. There are talks about Gravenberch getting an extension to his contract, and that Gomez is close to leaving the team. Very close to leaving the team.
No.
Catford boy leaving.
Yes, exactly. I know
That's
that was going
my
to
brother.
Yeah. I don't know if this is administration season or if this is like, them trying to figure out how to get the team properly suited, or if this is housekeeping, or if this is just future proofing.
Anything to do with the dismantling the team structure. That's what they do. The people
Yeah.
that literally.
Yeah, let's dismantle the structure of a team that got us a Premier League title, the earliest one of the earliest in our history. Yeah, one of the earliest, not the earliest, obviously. But we all can say this club is methodical and how it goes about its things and how it goes about producing such answers for us. But I'll ask this quick question before I even continue on with my rant. Does Elliott have a place in this team, or does he need to find another suitable, landing spot for him? And I'll ask that of Lee. Lee, does Elliott? Does Lee? I know. Wake him up. Either he's eating peanut butter sandwiches, or he might be.
That's
I was off on a tangent in my head then, but you'll stop me from going there. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Good. I'm glad I did. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know what it was. It was because Delancey did a bit of singing, and I think I know what it was. The song. It was buzzing in my head about this band that did it.
Yeah.
We're going to go back there. Lee, the simple question is this: does Elliott have a place on this team? Does he have a place to come back to? Or does Liverpool just need to move on from Elliott and find him a home somewhere else?
I think the best thing for Harvey is to find himself somewhere else long term. But he could still have a little role for us this season. But I think the best thing long term would be for him to leave, because we've got Wirtz and Szoboszlai in that position. I mean, they both have to be fit. So there's always that, like, that we can use him when they're not fit. You just struggle to see what other positions he'd be used in. Would he put him in Salah's position? I mean, we have seen him in Salah's position a few times. I'm not that sold on him in that position, though, like as the right winger. We've seen him play in the midfield three, even under Klopp, like in the three-man midfield. But it's mainly the 10, isn't it, you're looking at for Harvey? And I do think long term, he should find a career somewhere else where it'll suit him.
Okay. I'm not saying that the MLS, by the way, I'm not saying MLS is the answer.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Look, for me, he's wasted a year of his football career this season. Last season, he got 3 Champions League goals in a row. Went to Paris, got the winner there. And then all of a sudden, Arne Slot's ripped the soul out of this club. When you look at the bigger picture, he's got rid of every player who would give everything when they're on the pitch. That includes Kwanzaa as well. Kwanzaa this season for us would have been nice to have on the side, and he would have taken that, Kwanzaa. So Harvey Elliott went to Villa, didn't get a look in anyway. Bandea is getting game time. He started today against Forest. Harvey Elliott, for me, is a player who loves Liverpool. Does that mean that he should play for Liverpool? No, it don't. But at the end of the day, when he does play, he gives 100%. And we're at that point of the season where we need players who will give 100%. Because some players haven't been given 100%.
Can you say that point again? Can you say it, JK? Because I think that is, I know I've heard some other people, some other commentators, creative commentators, make up the, what's it matter if he loves Liverpool or not? And I can understand that in some people's minds, it might not matter. But I think that is a determinant in like how much of your, blood, sweat, and tears you're going to put out for the club that you love. If you have no connection or no real allegiance to the team, chances are you're going to be like, you already might have your eyes set on where's your next landing place. But if it's a place that you call home, a place that you call a place that you hold close to your own heart, you're going to put that much more attention towards trying to make it better. It's like it's like if you have it's the difference between a home and a hotel room. If it's a hotel room, sure, you might not necessarily put too much effort in trying to make sure that the place is tidy and the likes. But if it's your home, different story. You put a little bit more attention towards detail.
At the end of the day, bro, like Helio says, I'd rather have a Harvey Elliott than Leone on the bench. It's as simple as that. Why? Elliott got experience. Like Klopp played Elliott in big games, Man City games, United games. He started him. You know what I mean? And the way he's being sort of treated is not really Liverpool like. You know what I mean?
Can I give my answer at the end? I know the answer.
Yeah. Okay. We'll save the best for last. How about that? No problem.
People fans are gonna say.
Stop messing up.
What's Elliott gonna make any difference? This, that, and the other, and that. Look at the state of our subs bench. Sometimes we've got 3 fucking goalkeepers.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me Harvey Elliott ain't gonna do more than any of them 3 fucking goalkeepers on the subs bench?
If Chiesa ain't coming on, if Endo ain't coming on, I'm not saying they're any better or worse. I'm just talking about that people are on the bench, and I guess the kids or whatever. Then yeah, good luck with Elliott.
Elliott ain't getting no game time under this manager. The same as what Norman said in the chat. Under this manager, it's hard to get a look in if you're young. And Rio's got 5 minutes against Leeds the other day. First time in how long? What was the last time he made an appearance? This guy's very cautious in that way of picking the same players that he thinks will get him the job done. And for me, the reason why a lot of us love Klopp was every now and again he'll pull out a Conor Bradley, he'll pull out a Kwanzaa. You know what I mean? Players like that where we think, ooh, there's a future there. There's 10 years there in that player if he keeps his cards, plays his cards right.
Right, yeah.
This man is totally different. Totally different. He don't want to know about no youth. He don't want to know nothing about the future. He's thinking about the here and now. And that here and now is McAllister playing, Gravenberch, them type of players. I think Jay Leone's a top player. I reckon he's a good little player. But right now, he isn't what we need. Harvey Elliott off the bench, maybe is something what we can use. But hey, the manager, he's one of them. If he's made his mind up, he's very stubborn.
He's one of them.
He's one of them, bro.
He's one of them. Arne Slot. He's one of them.
He's one of them.
I think proved under Klopp that he could be a good impact sub late in games. there's quite a few games in Klopp's era, particularly in his last season, his last 2 seasons, where Harvey come on like, about 70 minutes or something, and genuinely did change games in our favour quite a few times. So we all know he can do it. It's just whether he can do it with the players around him performing this badly. It's like bringing Trey in as a youngster, bringing Harvey back like as someone who hasn't played for a while and throwing him into this mess. Isn't the kindest thing ever. We've just got to play ourselves out of this form, haven't we? That's obviously been the thing for ages now, just play yourself out of the bad form, but we're struggling to do that, aren't we? And get into gear properly.
Yeah,
yeah.
Norman, like swear box too. The reason I'm swearing is I don't swear every day and that, but when I do, is there must be a reason, and that's Slot.
There
man.
must be a reason.
He's made me do it. Come on, man. Like when you watch these Wolves and Leeds games, both at Anfield, you're thinking 4-0, 4-0. Get our goal difference up 8. That's what I'm thinking. Like a normal Liverpool fan does. We're struggling. We scored 1 goal against. We let 2 goals. We scored 2 against Wolves, 0 against Leeds. We won by 1 goal against Wolves. 1 goal, bro, and that tells me everything you need to know. This manager is going to get into the players' heads that I want you to play this type of football at this speed to get a 3-4-0 win. Because that's not in his mindset. He's thinking, keep it.
It's not in his mindset.
Let's get the one. Let's get the 1 goal win.
It could be
3-2, 2-1.
mindset. I think he may even ability like that. He just may not know how to. So that's why he's reverting back to what he knows, and that's not working.
Yeah, but don't take an Einstein to tell you when you've got a player's chest like that. When you've got them type of players in your squad to pick from, I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm thinking, ooh, what can I conjure up this weekend? Where he's not thinking like that. He's very bland in his thinking process. For me, he ain't like he ain't crafty enough to be a modern day manager. He ain't got that craftiness about him. You know what I mean? Craftiness is not a bad thing if you use it right.
Sorry to cut you there, JK. Sorry, I thought you finished. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
No, carry on, John.
No, I Nolante wanted to say about Elliott because I wanted to speak about him. And
yeah, you could say.
Just speak about. Go on, say your piece about Elliott, MC, and I'll say it.
That was your last. You cheat. Okay, well, I'll do it. But ignore.
Yeah, you bet exactly.
Yeah. The second to last. Anyway.
I've already, sorry, can I just say, look, I've already spoke on Harvey, but can you remember his first haircut? Where it was a ponytail and it was shaved at the sides.
Yeah, that's the young boys of today. Yeah.
That was a bad head, that
Something you might do, Lee. I heard you want to do one of those.
Oh, mate, no. Could never do it to myself.
Little buzz cut at the side, yeah?
Ponytail or a mullet, never. No can do.
Oh, God, no. Mullets. Gross. Anyway, Elliott, Harvey Elliott. I don't think he's good enough to come back. I think whoever said about Klopp played him, that's because Klopp made him his project. He gave him a lot of attention and a lot of time on the pitch because he could, and at points he was a decent player. I think he was proving to be a decent bench player, but then he fell off. He just wasn't strong enough on the ball to be playing consistently. And then he go into the England under 21s when he's like older than that, and he scored a couple of goals and they showcased it. That's nice for him. And then Villa took him and he's not had game time there. That gives you your answer. You know why Villa took him? Because he turned down another placement. I can't think where. And I think a lot of
I think it was Leverkusen. I think it was Leverkusen.
No, it might be Leipzig, I think.
Or Leipzig. You're right. Yeah,
Leipzig. Yeah.
So for me, I get it. You may want to stay in the Premier League, but you also have to face the reality of that you may not be that standard of a player, except like just because Klopp, I'm not saying Klopp was wrong or right, but just because Klopp gave a lot of focus and time to him and made him, I think, helped enable the player he is now, helped him play like that. It doesn't mean that he is that elite player. I'm sorry, Harvey Elliott, you're not. You're a bench player at best. I would even say, I mean, the same as for Gomez now because of his injuries. And he just has to, if he goes to
Ooh.
he's too young. He's too young to go to MLS, and that's probably why he's turned it down. But he can't be. He can't be. You can't be looking down at offers because you think you're better than that. Because you're going to end up like Carvalho, who I absolutely thought was amazing, and then had to put my
Amazing.
my prop into the bin. I had to put my support into the bin because he turned out to be something attitude of any, you know. So there's the fine line. Elliot, you are what you are, and I don't want him back at Liverpool. He's not going to be used. He's no thanks. So there.
Oh wow. Distinct. That's
Say
why
the
I
least.
understand why he went. I understand why he wanted to go last. I understand now. Okay.
Well, I'm glad I could spoil the party.
About
And take them the leads.
mute is mine.
But exactly, innit? So let me rebuttal sees Harvey Elliott dismissal of young Harvey. Look, Harvey is a Premier League football player. He's a Premier League standard. There's no doubt about it. With his Liverpool standard, well, that can be discussed. But look, he came into the team young. He didn't get chances. And listen, if you want to get better, you have to be given chances. And you can say Klopp's project to that, but when he came in, he done well. He's in subs, and then at the end of the 23-24 season, he was starting games, and it wasn't because he was Klopp's project, because he was playing well to a good enough standard that deserved games. You know, he's a good player. And then at the start of last season, remember him and Curtis Jones were very forthright when he asked about Slot, saying, "I like his style of play, etc., etc." And he had a good pre-season, and well, he was going to be groomed, I believe, to start ahead of Sobo. Unfortunately, he got that injury, and we started off well, and that's the thing I didn't like about Slot. He never got looking back when certain games he came on, he done something. Just play him. He could have rested Salah. He could have
He's
played
not a
Harvey, but he
Slot player.
didn't.
He's not a Slot player. Full stop. That's the end of that.
Well, I know that now,
Well-
but what I'm saying is, at the start, we would have thought he'd be Slot's type of player because he's very complimentary of Slot. But he could have been used more last season, you know. Salah could have been rested, but Slot decided to be over it, and in that bad week we had. But with Harvey, and then look, you can't say his colleague, because look, when he went to and he's played for 2 England under 21 finals, he was player of the tournament and he won that under 21. So he's not. He's 22 now.
No, I thought he was older than that. I thought he was.
No, he's 22. He's 22. Yeah. He's 22. So the question is, Harvey is a good player, but yeah, like I said, there's no point him staying at Liverpool because Slot.
not under this manager.
Those guys. Slot doesn't rate him, and I mean, the MLS link. I mean, I don't blame him because look, you're a quality player. You were the player of the tournament. I mean, why would you want to go to? I know it's games, but why?
Early, isn't it? Like you don't.
Yeah, why would you want to go MLS? With all due respect, at 22.
No.
When you were proven,
22, going there. No way.
That's what I'm saying, JK. So
Germany.
that's the thing, JK. I think he missed the trick there. Yeah, he wanted to stay, but look at Villa, they're flying now, and all he is a good player, but he didn't get the chance, and I feel for him.
Ouch. Villa at the end of the season because Villa can't afford to pay to send him back.
And you know what? And the thing is, if he had the right, and if he went to Leipzig or whatever, right now, he could be in contention for the World Cup squad. Or he could have, but it's not going to happen now because JK, and so now he's going to be in limbo. He might just wait.
He's wasted 2 years of his football career with us.
Yeah.
When you look at it,
I mean, to be fair, JK, the last season, there's a new manager, so I get that. And it looked like Slot rated him, but he got the injury 3 months out, and then when he came back, he never got a look in. That was down to Slot, really, and the way we were playing, and Sobo.
Yeah, but I think Kwanzaa and Elliott were sort of the last traces of Klopp that the club sort of wanted to get rid of, and Elliott was a major part of that Kwanzaa as well. Hence why them two went for me. It was just to get rid of Klopp's aura, the players. You know what I mean?
Which yeah, but true. That's a manager's prerogative, as all of us know.
I think Harvey Elliott would play for free, bro. If you said to him tonight,
course.
you said, listen,
yeah, man,
you want to play
he's a good
tomorrow
player.
against Fulham? He said, you know what, I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
That's attitude. And what Slot's done, he's got rid of people being, you know, like for me, Harvey Elliott had the proper attitude to play for Liverpool. Talent-wise, not the greatest, don't get me wrong. But attitude-wise, top of the range, bro. I respected him.
I can't fault it. I didn't like Elliott as a player, but I can't fault. I believe he always tried his 110%.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the doc, the Liverpool doc.
And love to play for the badge.
He loved it. And look
He's
what Slot just did to him. He could have said to him, listen, lad, you're not going to get that much game time. You'll be on the bench, and it's up to you what you do when you come on, and you'll play the FA Cup.
Correct you, though. It wasn't Slot that wanted, it was other hires up that did the sorting out of and including Elliott. Slot wouldn't have been able to action Elliott going to Aston Villa. That would have been put in place before Slot came in, or actioned at least. So
no, how would it be? See, because he's his second season. So how can he not be actioned by Slot?
Because Slot wasn't allowed to choose. Slot was told when he came in, "This is your team, and good luck to you." He wasn't allowed to do anything, if you remember.
No, in that context, but I'm talking about this season.
This season, I don't know. What would he have played him?
No, he wouldn't have played him. No. We know he wanted his one guy, Subimendi, at the start, and he just didn't get him his DM, and that was it. And then the Chiesa thing, again, like I said, he was offered that, and obviously he has to agree to it, because if he doesn't agree to it, then he won't be signed Chiesa, regardless of whether he wants him or not, or he's not 100% sure.
Chiesa came at the beginning when Slot started, no?
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying in terms of
agree to that. That was Slot.
Slot has to agree to it, because otherwise of course he does. You think
no, I disagree. Why hasn't he?
Yeah, of course he does. What manager, head coach does directors of footballer overall? Look at Klopp.
Why hasn't he played? Forget.
Well, that's down to Slot. That's down to Slot. Why hasn't he played or fitness or whatever? But he still has to agree. You can't have the director of football overall.
Hold on, listen to my quick explanation. If you look at the players that he doesn't that he hasn't played, say Gomez, or even Endo, who doesn't play at all. I forget he's around. You know, these are all players that are not Slot's choice, but were there, and he just doesn't like them. I'm not saying they're bad players. He just doesn't like them, and Chiesa was part of it. I'm telling you now, he was a cheap player that they bought to flip, essentially, in my opinion.
Yeah, but no, I get that, but whether they're bought to flip or not, he still has to agree, because otherwise they're not going to buy him.
But he did agree. He agreed by not playing him because he didn't want him. It's not about him wanting him, because he just agreed. He just thought he's not 100%. But let's see what happens, and what's happens has happened. What the hell was that? I'm telling you now, he didn't like him. The only thing I will say is I think it's what I thought Chiesa isn't that. So I agree with some of Slot's opinion of Chiesa, but I think he deserved minutes as well as other players, because it would have been players like Virgil or even Salah or Gakpo would not have gone down the drain, you know, as much as they have. If you utilise players, say like Chiesa, in minutes, not for whole games. So yeah, that's Slot's stubbornness more than anything.
Yeah,
definitely.
No.
Hey, you agreed, Lante? Or are you going
to? No, we're not going to agree with you. No.
Oh wow,
very close.
Very close.
Look, there
are more than. Oh, sorry. As I say, there are more than 80 of you in watching us, whether you're on X or whether you are on YouTube. There's more than 80 of you. Please do hit the like button. You're not going to get the interactions of the odd couple of Cian and Delante too often. You know, this is pure entertainment for all the same. And JK and Lee, they're no slouches either. They bring entertainment too as well. You know, Lee having conversations with his mind or something. So you know, so
No, having a conversation with Hilo there. He's suggested a song for me very kindly.
Okay.
That isn't
I'll
Wham.
listen to that as well.
He's just messing around about Wham.
Yeah,
But,
Wham.
Wham are
Look,
very
even I had a
do the great bands.
Guilty Feet got no rhythm.
no, yeah. I was gonna say, and even as an American, I had to sit here and listen to them berate my MLS. I get it. It's all good. I had someone said, who would ever want to go to the MLS? I said Stevie G did. So I know they're at different stages of the career before people.
That's all. It depends on the age, bro. What age?
Yeah, I know. Hey, Shaqiri went to the MLS. He wasn't done and dusted. He went to the MLS. Just saying, Shaqiri. I was just saying, Shaqiri, a player very much in the mold of a Harvey Elliott in the sense of how they play and how they can bring, you know, adrenaline and energy to the pitch and, you know, be a super sub. Just saying, he went to the MLS.
Yeah.
Yes, nobody wants to talk about that. Now all of a sudden the panel's all quiet. All of a sudden, I see how it is.
Oh, I forgot. I was just saying, who you mentioned, 12?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
How
goat.
quickly the goat. Yeah, Stevie G. Yeah, that's a different story. That's an age thing. I get that. I was saying Shaqiri.
Shaki. Oh, Shakademas and players. Yeah, Shakademas and players. Yeah, I remember him.
Shakademas and players.
Shakademas and players. Yeah.
He's back in Switzerland now. I think he's playing.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So that again, you know, he went to MLS, got his head right. You know, made sure that he was like still you know, able to contribute, and then he went back to his home country and now and won a trophy, won a title with this team, I believe.
And he'll be going to the World Cup as well.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did, didn't it? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. How about that? Huh?
Yeah,
Mr. MLS is a retirement home. MLS.
Oh, because of the MLS.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like the MLS things. Back in his country. God. Oh God, can't you sing?
I bet Donald Trump can play as a number 9 somewhere.
Go on, patriotic. Come on, the national anthem now, 12.
No, not gonna sing. I'm not singing the national.
What the hell is this?
12 was tempted there.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was JK.
Britain and America's got and Canada's got talent. What is this?
Yeah, I know. This is some AGOT. Yeah, AGT action. All right. Well, look, there was some talk from Ekitike. There was a moment in that Leeds draw. It was a 96-minute moment where Ekitike is wide right. He crosses it into the box, and there was no one there. That seems to be what Liverpool are finding themselves to be in the face of. It's like we produce quite a bit of opportunities, by the way. We produce quite a bit. I think we're at the top of the league in actual chances created. But our ability to finish is certainly subpar. And I don't understand what that case is. Before we had the scapegoats, we had Nunez being the scapegoat, we have Lucho being the scapegoat last year. Those players aren't here any longer. So I don't want to hear about, oh, we don't have players that shouldn't be able to finish.
Yeah, agreed.
What is the reason why we are suspect at the final at the final end or the final product? Why are we suspect?
You know why, bro? Because when you're having a rocky season as champions the way we are, there's a bit of angst in the players to shoot, thinking, I don't want to fuck it up. I think when you're flowing, you don't care. You're like, you know what, I'm going to crack it. I'll give that. It goes in, it goes in. But when you're on that rocky patch, then sort of it creeps into your game where you're worried to, I don't know, try and hit your top corner and stuff like that. That's what I think anyway. You can see it sometimes, like some of our players have got the ball at the edge of the box. McAllister, Sabotsalai, Wirtz. And I'm thinking, smash it, man. What are you waiting for?
Oh, they do side-to-side passing.
There you go.
Flipping,
There you go.
and the last ball for a lot of the players is just shocking. Like they're just, it's like there's no urgency with it. Yeah, definitely. It's frustrating.
They're playing the safe card, the safe number. That's why. Because
they're playing
they're
the
scared.
safe. You say they're playing the safe card?
Yeah, because they're passing it side to side instead of shooting because they're scared, aren't they?
Then
No.
What is that? That's the football. Come on now. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
No,
Yeah, but
play in that in the whole of the pitch really, but especially in the final third, a lot of players are just they are losing their nerve and passing it when they could take it themselves, or they're just I don't know taking one too many shots. And
so then, is it a tactical issue or is it a personnel issue? Which one is it then?
it's a personnel issue, easy. Because I saw in the game twice Hugo and Florian Wirtz overplaying it, good positions on the left, and they're trying to beat 3-4 men. What are you doing? Simple boy. Florian, he could have just whipped that in, and I think who was it? Was it Mac? Oh, I can't remember who was 3-4. But you're dilly dallying it. You're trying to do like flicks. You're trying to do like time to put that ball in there. And he's just overdoing it. We don't, it's just, we just need to, you know?
No, it's true, bro. Sometimes we're overplaying the game. Keep it simple. Like, look at that Wirtz to Isaac goal against Tottenham, right? How easy was that?
Yeah.
Beautiful, easy, simple. Look at that other one where Wirtz played the ball to Ekitike. What game was that? The Wolves game. Beautiful ball. Simple football. Wirtz in the middle of the park. I don't want to see Wirtz on the left really at the moment. I just want to see him in the middle of the pitch, orchestrating like passes like that, bro. I think if Ekitike can stay longer than 65 minutes, that's another problem there. We don't have a striker who can last 90 minutes in him yet. So what's going to happen is you're going to get the ball like a Wirtz and you're waiting for Ekitike to run. He ain't be able to do it. Why? Because he's battered. That's another problem there. So
we did. Well, we used to. We used to have.
Someone was saying in the comments about Wirtz, about his injury and stuff. I remember against Tottenham, he sort of slowed down. You remember?
I remember. Yeah.
And
he looked like he pulled his hamstring, but
he started the next game against Wolves with it. So weird. Hopefully he'll be all right for tomorrow, because when he plays, at least there's a guy trying to gel the team together. Him and Jones work sort of well together. At least when he's on there, he's sort of trying to get the game going, trying to give it to Ekitike, 1-2s, whatever. We need more of that. We need some guys to gel this team together, man, because there's no connection between the back to the midfield. Because when your defenders are having the ball more than your main guys like Wirtz and Ekitike, there's a problem. And that's what's been happening a lot this season, because they're playing the safe card. Keep it at the back. At least it's all right, safe there, you know what I mean? And there's 4 people in midfield, bro. So there's enough players in that middle of the park for the defenders to give it to. You know what I mean? Enough options.
We'll do a preview before the game. It's wild. Lee and I were talking about this earlier. There is a game tomorrow, by the way. For some reason, I guess. You're talking to someone that I was on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I was calling it Saturday. So I don't know where I am.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. It's when there's less.
New Year's kind of threw me off, right? New Year's
that's what it does, bro. It does that. Because there's football on nearly every day. You don't know what day it is, you know what I mean? I think it's Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a Saturday this afternoon.
But I'm gonna see if we can have a moment of solidarity on here on the panel, and I'm going to see if we can put together a team for the Fulham game. If we can come to a consensus on a team for the Fulham matchup.
Is that
I'm trying to make sure. No, not even. Let me see if I can make sure. I'm trying to make sure I can get the whole team in the shot here. Okay. While I work on making sure that the team is fully viewable, we can all agree Ali's going to start in goal. That's
100%. Yeah.
We can all agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yays across the board here.
Yep.
Okay. Lee, Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just to
we'll just go down the line here.
Ever since he's come back into the team, and Mamardashvili ain't been playing, we've looked better as well. Bit more.
Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like that Mamardashvili was crap or that he's a waste of talent.
Alisson Becker maybe won for a reason, and that's the end of that one. He can hold it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how goalkeepers work.
All right. Right back. Who you going as our right back?
We ain't got much option.
Everyone is grown when I said right back.
That right back is an annoying position, man.
I know. I don't even know what sound you're gonna make when I say left back, but geez, everyone just groaned when I said right back.
Well, because there's not much. It's gonna have to. Hold on. What did you say? It's gonna have to be Bradley, I guess. Because I don't want to boss like no.
I mean, it could be Frimpong. You could play Frimpong there.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Thing is, if he plays Frimpong, bro, who's going to play in front of him?
No, you could put maybe you could put Chiesa there. You could put.
Hold on. Even if you put Chiesa there, I'm telling you now, Frimpong, just leave him as the wing. That's where he excels.
That's where he goes. Okay.
That's where he links up good with Wirtz. That's where he plays in the national team. Leave him there, thank you. Because, like I said, once Salah comes back, he's not going to get that. He will go back to the position that because when he bombs forward, he exposes the right back, which I know we had that a bit with Trent, and there's more pressure on and Virgil again. So no, have someone else there. But anyways, that's jumped ahead, Bradley.
All right, no, it's all right. It's all right. That's all right. All right, so it's Bradley at right back. Is that it? Again, let's just go down the line here. Sian can go first, then we'll go to Lee, JK, and then to Delonte. Just say yay or nay. If you want to say nay, say who you want in place of who we have there. But is it yay for Bradley?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah.
JK, yay.
Yeah.
Delonte, are you sticking with Bradley? Yes, no. Delonte is on mute, so we'll have to wait and we'll see. We'll circle back for Delonte's answer. All right. We can all be safe to say the center back pairing is going to be VVD Konate. We can all say yay on that, right?
Yeah.
Same procedure, Sian. Yay, right? Lee.
Yep.
Yeah. JK, yay.
Yeah, spot on.
I don't think Delonte, when you're ready, just come off mute.
You'd bring Gomez in there, you would.
Yeah, if Gomez was available, probably would have.
Yeah, he's injured. It don't matter, bring you on.
Hold on, I think he's back in. I swear I saw the report. He's back in. He's going to be back in training, but I doubt he'll be ready for this game. But I'm just saying.
Okay, that's good.
No, he will be. You're right about that. I saw that report too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's only back to training, but not necessarily.
Back in training, yeah. That's all. Listen, that's good for me.
That's good for me. Yeah.
He's back quicker than I expected, so I'll go with that.
Okay. In left back, who do we go? Do you keep Robbo, or do you go Kirkus?
Who we playing Fulham? Oh.
Yep.
Who's gonna be giving him problems from Fulham? They got big flipping rugby players there, for God's sake.
Forgotten who's on their right wing. Is it Harry Wilson coming in?
Harry Wilson.
I'll tell you who started for the last game, for instance. Hold on 1 second.
Harry Wilson did. Obi, I think.
Fulham
that'll make
played.
and Kirkes for me.
Fulham got a 1-0 win over West Ham, and in that game, they played up front. They played.
Jimenez.
Wilson on the right.
I'd have Robbo. I think.
I'd go Kirkes.
Yeah, I'd go Kirkes.
Okay, so that's 2 for Kirkes, 1 for Robbo. I'm Robbo too, by the way. I would start possibly. I know I said I would start Kirkes.
So what on Nalante now?
I'm starting to think maybe Robbo should get the start.
Norman said
Flip flopping here. No, flip flopping.
Just go Robbo. Yeah.
Stick with Robbo. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Sway that vote.
Yeah, but I would prefer Kirkes. Why? Because I like his energy. Right. He just seems energetic and he gets stuck in.
He was in form.
I think Harry Wilson would be sound.
He was in form, and I know Robbo came back in, but so I thought it was a shame, but I can see they're different players. So if you're going for senior, more defensive players, then you Robbo. That's it.
I'd go as simple. My philosophy, at least for this game, or not this game, but in particular, I would have gone as far as to say I like Bradley and Robbo, or I'm comfortable with Bradley and Robbo as the right and left back, as if you're going to say a pairing, because they've got to decide when to go forward and when the other has to stay back and the like. So they have, in essence, a partnership as well. And I think that I like Bradley Robbo as a pair, as opposed to Bradley and Frimpong or Kirkes and Bradley. I'd rather see Robbo and Bradley. But if it was the other way around and Kirkes
they're
was
more
playing,
solid defensively. Well, for the most part.
Yeah. They're more solid defensively. They're more in tune with playing in the back line together. I'd rather see them. Their relationship, I think, is more developed than others. But if it was Kirkes in the back line, I wouldn't mind seeing Frimpong, because I'd like to see them develop a relationship, because I think that is the future, to be honest with you.
If you have Kirkes, I guess if you had Frimpong as right back, even though I don't want to see overloading in the midfield. I really don't. That is not work, and it just means that Kirkes is left slightly isolated, especially on the wing. Because there's a lot of problems.
It does cause a lot of problems, but all right. Well, if we're going to go with this being our back line, let's move to the pivot. If we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, too, by the way, that is. I'm assuming that we are. Do you start Jones and Grav, or is there a different makeup that you do in that pivot?
Yeah, I probably would start. I think Jones has been Jones, and he's not done anything. I think he's been steady. And the one thing my one criticism on Jones is in the past is his inconsistency. So and Grav's been all right. He's just been a bit his energy's been a bit off.
Yeah, a little bit lackluster. You can say it.
Yeah,
I was about to. You're around good company. Don't worry. You're free to say what you need to say.
Yeah, those two.
All right. So Jones and Grav. All right. Is that your pick as well, Lee? Jones and Grav?
I think I'd go for Mac and Grav. I'd drop Jones for Mac and see if Mac might have a decent game. I can wait for him to show us some form. So yeah, I'd go for Mac in the middle with Grav.
Wasn't expecting that. Okay. All right. Okay. JK?
What I would do is I'd play Gravenberch and Szoboszlai there.
You played Gravenberch and Szoboszlai?
Yeah.
I would too. That's the midfield. That's the pivot I would want to see.
Great minds think alike, bro.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I don't know. The panel says the same with that one. But
They're
go
like,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sian. Go ahead, Sian.
So Buzz like the back.
No, not at the back, just like a free roll anchor. Like, so
He's a
Wirtz
runner.
can play.
He's a runner, but I don't know if you'd lose some of what he can offer if you place him too far back in like near the DM role kind of thing. Don't know. I think
he plays a role where he's everywhere anyway. Hence, it don't really matter where he starts.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He's that type of guy. So why I would play him there is because I want to see Wirtz play central. I don't want to see Wirtz playing on the left. So with
please don't. I would have to say take Wirtz out of that left. Just ching. Out.
Yeah, cha-ching. There you go. I got you. I got you. Not Jones. I'm not putting Jones there yet. I'm just putting him as a placeholder.
Oh.
I'm just putting him as a placeover.
See it? He was like, oh.
Yeah, I'll try my best and make you happy.
We had Arne Slot number 2, and it was you.
No, right?
I think that looks more dangerous.
Hey, my boy's back. I like that. I see it.
There you go.
I'll go with that there. I like that better. Like Gakpo, fair enough. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but he needs a game where he just comes back and smashes 2 goals for us.
I wouldn't have McAllister on, I'll be honest. Something's not right with him.
Something's wrong.
Who's that? Yeah.
McAllister.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right.
An old injury, and he's holding it off because of World Cup, and you play or Grasshopper Noni. Yeah.
Would you go Noni a shout?
No.
See, this is
he's a good player, bro.
Dustin's saying he'd start Rio, so put Rio in as.
I don't know.
You know what? Rio on the left there would be wicked. Imagine that.
That would be. Imagine if you had Frimpong and Rio on the 2 wings for you.
Oof, that'd be nice.
Just to start the game. I'm not saying you're gonna get a full 90 out of Rio, and I'm not saying you're gonna even get a full 90, possibly even out of Frimpong. But to get a good solid 60 minutes out of Rio and Frimpong on the wing, I'd sign up for that.
Yep, bring Gakpo on after if you want.
That wouldn't be my everyday starting lineup, but that would certainly be.
You know what?
Do you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing that if I put my standing on the hill, dying on the hill, defending. You know what? I accept. I probably would because I've got a feeling, and I hope he doesn't. Slot may revert to type and may start Gakpo, and it's going to pain me because this is where this stubbornness and he was forced to play other players because players were injured, unfortunately, whatever. And I think it somewhat it worked out, and it gave other players a chance. So yeah, would I start Rio though? Would I have him come on? I would probably have him come on because he's more of an impact when he comes on. I would say Gakpo could do some of the minutes, but I would have Rio, like I said, come on, and if he's basically if it's not working in whatever way, because then by then Fulham will have tired legs and whatnot, and you've got the energy from Rio. You're not gonna. I love him and all, but you're not gonna get that from Gakpo if you bring him on. You'll get clinical, but you won't get the energy. So
that's why I'd put Gakpo on for Ekitike, because Ekitike 65 minutes is done. So instead of putting Gakpo on the left.
Okay, hey, yeah, I like it. You see?
No,
because he's likely been, there's talk that he's been misprofiled. No, but it's true. Yeah, why not? Let's see. I doubt he's going to do it though, but yeah.
Play Gakpo up front.
Yeah.
Central. You don't have to cut in nothing. If he's in the box, he can take it to the right and bang it in goal. At least from
Yeah, no, I'm
coming
just
from the
trying to
left,
work
it ain't gonna
out.
piss us off.
Hold on. Link it up with. Yeah. Actually, you can link up with Frimpong because Frimpong plays there in the national team. Plays over there. Okay, yeah, mate, yeah, okay. But
I'd go with that.
Yeah, no, that's that. This can we have a team A and team B? It's just Gakpo and
Team
Rio.
A, Team B.
No,
Okay.
because I'm open-minded enough to say, you know what, I can see this Rio thing. I think it could work, and even this Gakpo thing in the middle or on the bench. But actually, I really like Ekitike. I really like him, and
That's why you're subbing for Gakpo. Gakpo can come on a sub up front.
oh, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Ekitike starts for me 100%, but he just gets sort of tired about 65 minutes, and then that's when you bring Gakpo on to play as a number 9 instead of him.
But then bring Gakpo on, you're going to have Rio doing a whole game.
No, you got Chiesa, you got someone.
Chiesa's
There'll be someone.
on for Sundays, and you know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Rio can handle 65, 70 minutes. Come on.
I agree, but you've kind of limited it if you've already played. What I'm trying to say is, I get it. I agree with you, but with the options that are there, he did play him as a false 9, and he also played him in midfield, and that was
Exactly
horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful. Oh my
horrible.
God. Yeah. He went walking to the shops. No, don't. Yeah. The only thing is how him and Wirtz in his free role, it can work because obviously Gakpo then has to get used to Wirtz being in this free role. I'd give it a go. Why not?
This is let's look at this as the team that gets the team that sees 90. Like we'll see like as after the subs are made, maybe this could be the team that you see then.
Because you'd have because who's missing is Ekitike. All I can see
is because Ekitike would be starting. I don't think Cody starts over Ekitike.
I would have Ekitike starting.
Yeah.
In my opinion, yeah.
Right. It would look more like this. Maybe not even. I know Rio might not necessarily get the start in this game, but I think that you had.
I think he's better coming up. I really think he's better. I don't start in a game fine, but I think he makes more of an impact potentially coming off the bench. But I want the subs done earlier. Don't gaze and watch a game fall apart and then put him on the last 10 minutes where he can't do anything. I don't. That's respect. You can't put that on the kid. So yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
That'll work. I'm happy with that, I guess. Well, listen, I need us to win. I don't care.
Exactly.
Who's on our bench? Sorry to interrupt. Who's on the bench? Like, who've we got for subs for any?
Trey.
3 goalkeepers.
What's that?
Gakpo, Chiesa, and 3 goalkeepers.
No.
Oh yeah, what's his name? It's that.
These guys got jokes. Now.
Mama Dash.
Right.
Just whole bench. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up
Madison, please.
Oh no, this is actually our game. Hold on one second.
Anyway,
I'll tell you who we have for bench. I'll tell you who we have for bench.
He's not playing them at all.
So obviously Rio is starting here. I get it, but he would probably most likely be on the bench. So I'll take him out, and we'll start. Who do you want to start in that role? Let's start.
I'll put Gakpo on and have Rio come on, but earlier. No disrespect with his 10 minutes because he's. You know what I mean? If Gakpo's stinking it up, then just stick him on the bench. But I think, I just think with the dynamics, I think I would have, that.
I would like to see Rio kind of run the fullback, kind of haggard, and be able to bring Cody on for that precision. Okay. I think.
Okay, let's switch it then, because I mean, you see it different. I'm trying to get the bit. I don't want the disrespect on Rio. I'm even happy to have Gakpo bench, but it's what works. So yeah, put Rio there. Put Rio there.
Okay. Because basically the bench last time was Kirkes, McAllister, Cody, Chiesa, Rio, Mamardashvili, Calvin Ramsey, Lucky,
Back, no?
Welty Lucky, and last but not least was Trey Neone. Now, I don't think that Gomez will be fit enough to be even on the bench, but at least he's coming back eventually. He'll take that Lucky spot once Gomez is back. And Endo will most likely take Neone's spot when he's healthy. But neither of those players are healthy at the moment. So you'll probably see those two players be a part of our lineup again going into this. Hey,
I'm okay. I mean, Rich Gakpo for real, but I've just got a feeling that's what Slot will revert to. Put Stick Rare there, look. No, because listen, if I have to get on the pitch and play so we win, I will do it. I don't actually care.
I'll be saying that all week as well, man.
I'm telling you.
I think unfortunately it's weird. What's weird is that there was a time when Maka was a given starter. He was like possibly your first name. That you would say starting in our midfield. Now, Maka struggles maybe to get over Grav, Dom, or Wirtz in that midfield. I think that's a wild situation.
He's when you're expecting him to run, he's kind of walking. It's like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not
with
really.
Virgil, I saving himself for the World Cup, to be pristine, and I don't know what he's doing. With Maka, I'm concerned. I don't know what it is.
I think you know what it is. That injury he got in his groin, because last season that brother got stuck in, and what happened was when you get stuck in and then you get injured after getting stuck in, you're not scared to damage the same area again, but a lot of it plays on your mind when you're playing football, and that's the way it is for me.
You're more cautious how you play is probably it. That's what I think is. That's what I think is with Virgil. Why he's not so physical, and that's left to Kanate for the most part, or Bradley.
Yeah, but I was looking at the Chelsea midfielder Enzo. He's Argentinian. He's playing in the World Cup. That brother don't stop. He gets stuck in and everything. So, yeah.
Sorry. He's a class. I can't stand him. But he's always been like that. I think some players, they totally to come back after a serious injury that's even like caused by another player and come back as if you're Virgil is it's amazing that he's come back to what he was considering his age and whatnot, but he's not what he doesn't do the physical stuff anymore. He doesn't get stuck in, and it annoys the hell out of me, but that's neither here nor there. But I get it with McAllister though, it's a shame. I think don't know. I'm line up anyway.
There is an outside chance, Bonkers, right? He is right. There is an outside chance that Gomez could be fit enough to be on the bench, but
my boy,
enough man take off Ibu straight away.
That's when Alante that is. That's for you, bro. Gomez is like Alante me up. I need to get back quick.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I don't
get Ibu off ASAP. That's the case for Flip. Get rid of Ibu, mate. Let him bench and go on a free transfer. See you later, buddy. It's over. Ibu.
Yeah, but at least he's concentrating recently, bro.
PSG don't want him. PSG. No. PSG. He can't go PSG because of the neighbourhood he was born in. So it's like that.
No, you can go PSG. There's nothing to do with the neighbourhood. Where'd you get that from? Huh?
He just can't go because of the neighbour. Because I was speaking to PSG fans. But where he was born, apparently in a suburb of Paris, he supports a different team. He can't play for PSG. Literally, that's the end of that one.
No, PSG want him though. So if he wants to go there, he can go.
Then he'd be a free. It'd be like final denial.
Well.
Not for me.
Money talks.
I like
money talks. Yeah. Huh? Money talks. Don't matter about neighbourhoods and stuff like that.
That's why Semenya's probably going to go to City where money's talking, and he still ain't going to get the start that he thinks he's getting. Back to him with his money.
No, we just haven't pursued him, so you can't really blame him. We haven't made put
I don't want
offer. Oh, okay.
He doesn't.
No problem.
What difference does he bring to the team? He hasn't. He's a stockier Cody Gakpo. What does
It's
he
not his Cody Gakpo. I think he's a bit better than Gakpo.
He
Gakpo, he knows how to cross. He don't do his
He
usual
doesn't
turning
run
that.
today.
He's better than Gakpo in that sense. He's got 2-footed.
Oh,
And he
no,
don't.
that I give him. That I give him. No. Actually, you're right. That I give him. But to
Oh,
me,
yeah.
not bringing a difference to the team. You got Salah who does much. No, he's not bringing a difference to the team. No.
Of course he is. He actually goes on the byline. He's 2-footed. He can go in and out.
Okay.
Salah don't do that. No, there's Cody. You might say better players.
Watch him today.
Yeah, watched him today. Yeah, he played all right. Yeah, he played well.
I don't want a player that plays all right.
Yeah, but he's on the
It'd be
verge of
happening.
joining
Salah
another
plays
club,
great. What's going on with
You've
you,
got
woman?
players like Wirtz and Ekitike.
Wait,
all this
is Ibra?
Bert's had a stinker, by the way, and Hugo had a stinker. So you need to know not every game is going to be a great game.
That's why we need to buy Osterman, isn't it, Norman?
Is Ibu a fan then? Was he born and raised a fan of Paris FC? Are you saying? Is that what you're trying? That's the only other team.
because that's what I got told. Wherever he's born in the suburb of Paris, he can't go and play for PSG. I don't know whether they call him up. And as for Real Madrid, he's not going there. It's dropped off. They put other players in or potentially other players in. I doubt they would come in for him. I don't know, but so he needs to accept whatever wages Liverpool are offering.
Okay. He needs to he needs to be like Oliver. Please, sir, can I have some more? Is that what he needs to be? Something.
But he did it at a point where he was in demand by other clubs, and then then he started playing poorly and was a bit of a bozo. Plus, the back line became very fragile. Virgil treating the ball like a hot potato, giving it to Konate, who just what's Konate gonna do? Like, do you understand?
Give a corner away. That's what he's gonna do.
I like Konate because he's the more physical centre back out of him and Virgil, but he's become more of a bozo as more expectations have been made or expected of him, basically.
Yeah. But have you noticed though, in the last games we haven't lost, his concentration levels are higher than when we were losing by 3 goals and stuff. So what it is with Konate, if he concentrates, he's a sound defender. As soon as he starts not concentrating, bang, he'll give away a corner, a free kick, which leads to a goal. That sort of bullshit, you know.
Yeah. No, you've got a point, and I guess somewhat for Bradley as well. He just does his silly bozo stupidness. And what you do, Bradley? Like, come on. Like I like Bradley, as you know, I do like him, but I'm not seeing enough improvements. Here we are, from when he started, and you're still doing stuff.
No, he's had a few good games this season. I've watched him. He's been sound, but he gets injured quite a lot. Have you noticed?
That's it, JK. Spot on. That's it.
What's you?
So you've been talking too much, you chatterbox. Shut it and let the real people talk. Yeah, sip it.
Old man, go back to sleep.
So well, you chat the half the panel away. Jeez, can't get a word in with you. And your Paris FC contacts, Twitter fake Paris FC fake Twitter people.
Guess what? You know when we were playing PSG, I had my French friend go into he went into the PSG.
Who, Olivier Decroix. Yeah? Olivier Decroix, yeah, you're French brethren, yeah? Olivier Decroix. Olivier Decroix.
Ah, shush. Anyway,
merci. Exactly, français.
Yeah, je parle français et Raymond.
Ah, Raymond, je suis de Angleterre.
Yeah.
Oui. Ah, oui.
Are you making this up? I can understand.
No, we're having a conversation. It's all right, 12. All right. No. Exactly. Je ne sais quoi.
You don't know. You don't know. I understand you. I can speak. I just don't know. If someone speaks French,
do you remember Dalboy?
In other words, you don't understand. Anyway,
do you remember Dalboy? He used to say things like,
"Oh yeah, parlez-vous français?"
Yeah, like the basic stuff in French, and everyone would be like, "Whoa!" Yeah, je m'appelle. Like, what a guy.
You get them wrong. His little French names. You get them
I absolutely love that program.
Oh, I love that boy. He's my favourite. I was watching it the other day where
when he
he's
fell
talking
through the
about it.
bar. When he fell through that bar.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
classic. The classic.
Oh,
Him and Trigger.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, anyway, parlez-vous
J'aime
français.
la
Parlez français un petit peu. Did you
Okay.
understand me? No, you didn't.
Yeah.
That's what
I
Cowboy was
understand.
about.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, he only got that from Only Fools and Horses.
That's where you got it from.
Parlez-vous
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason she knows it.
Oh my goodness. I know.
understand it.
I only remember having one French lesson in school. I definitely can't remember any more. There might have been a second one, but just one I can remember at the end
I
of my
loved it. I
first
liked
year of high school, in my second school.
Mhm.
I just
Yeah,
remember
that's
sitting
good.
at the back and I
We
was
had a
like
choice.
kissing around, making jokes, not
Listen,
listening.
If you hear like obviously anyone speaking another language, they obviously speak a lot faster. So if someone's from abroad and they don't speak English and say I speak to them, they always say slow down. So I'm going in the PhD spaces and I can hear the odd word. It might be a player's name. Oh yeah, I heard that. Oh yeah, and then everything else is so fast. I sent my friend in there. I said, do some spying for me. Tell me what they're saying. It's when we play.
Right.
And that was interesting, but yeah, that was one of the things. Kanate born in a suburb.
Different hood. He ain't allowed in there, men.
Hood.
That's why-
He can't set foot in his hood. You're like, we're gonna fuck him up.
Would you guys who was it that now I'm gonna go blank. Who's the guy, the striker that played for Brentford and had the but he had the gambling. Ivan Toney, thank you. Yes.
was I happy
There's
with-
rumors that he one, I don't know if he's a Liverpool fan or not. I've heard people say he's a Liverpool fan. I've also I've heard him say he's a Manchester United fan. I've heard that he was an Arsenal fan.
Hold on, do you want me
Ivan
to
Toney.
Tony thing really quickly?
Yes, go ahead.
You cannot leave
Okay, go
Saudi until after April because of tax reasons. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. You don't mess about.
No. Straight.
Who told you that? Your French contacts.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you know what? At one point, do you remember when he played a game or something and Klopp gave him a hug? I was like, yeah, you're coming to Liverpool. I thought he could have come and did a little thing for us, come and play for us for a bit, and then it passed by, and then obviously he's in Saudi collecting the P. That's what he's doing.
Oh, he's collecting really a nice bit of change in Saudi Arabia.
But that's why he can't come, because you'd be paying tax on that nice bit of change.
Yeah.
And it's
He would. You don't pay it in Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
No. But if he comes back, he'll have to pay the tax on what they paid him, and he can't. It's something to do with also.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I'm telling you now. I looked it up because I was like, yeah, let's go, Tony. Come back there. Let's do. Yeah, it's not happening. Not happening.
So that's not happening.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just all smoke and mirrors. It's not happening. So sorry.
Okay.
That's what happened to Henderson, wasn't it? About the tax thing. That's why he couldn't come back to England or something.
Yeah, but he came back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but after he went to Ajax, I think.
After he went to Ajax
Oh,
first.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you the truth. If we had Henderson in our squad this season, we'd be doing better than what we're
It
doing
was
now.
Football United with him. That's what he was at the end of it. Like, come on. It was good. It was good when the team was good, and then it just fell apart. And
Brentford have done better than I thought they would under Keith Andrews. With Frank leaving, I thought they'd struggle quite badly and be one of the teams right down the bottom, but they've not been.
Yeah, they beat us. Yeah, like you just said.
Look, I watched the game the other day against Tottenham, and Henderson did 2 crosses in the minutes I watched, which would get Ekitike or an Isaac a goal, like a header bang. And what I liked about Henderson was not the greatest player in the world, but he had to use his mouth properly in that way of shouting at people.
Good leadership qualities. I'll give
leadership qualities, and that's what we've been lacking all season. I would have Henderson in our team this season. We wouldn't be doing so badly as we've been doing, 100%.
Yeah,
because we're lacking that English player who's there directing it. There's no one directing it. McAllister's not talking.
Robbo doesn't.
Yeah, but he's playing at the back, left back. Henderson in the middle of the park. Easier.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Curtis Jones should be doing that. Curtis Jones don't say fuck all. And for me, Curtis Jones is the British lad in the team who should be there giving it large. Is why he can speak English easy.
When he wanted to think, I forgot who it was.
Say again.
When it was at Goodison Park, but that last game at last derby at Goodison Park. Oh, he wanted to dick someone then. This is a good for him.
Oh yeah, plenty to say then. Which is good though. I mean, it's because what was it? Decore was giving our fans. I don't know if you were at that game or not, but he was giving the fans.
I've never been to Goodison Park. I watched it on TV, and I've seen so many clips of it. I have to salute Curtis Jones for that. But Mr. Alexander Arnold, he looked at it and walked the other way. I can't get involved in any fighting. That's what he did. I watched because I was.
Would you bring with the panel? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, with the panel you spoke of, the man formerly known as number 66. Would you bring? He's having a little issue. He's apparently in Real Madrid. He's angry with the direction that Alonso was taken. He feels like he has been lied to.
Number 12.
Number 12. Yes, exactly. The artist formerly known as 66. Yes. He feels he's been done wrong because I think despite the injury who's starting before him, but despite the injury to their starting right back, Carvajal, yes.
My player, get him on that pitch, poor guy.
Okay. Despite you like him?
Yeah, just shame he got injured because then Trent could have held bench.
Yeah, well, he's still holding bench though. That's the whole reason why there's a lot of controversy.
He's playing right back.
Valverde in there.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, he only just come back.
He's starting him over Trent in that role, and he's disappointed. He's frustrated. There were some talks about, hold your ears because I know some people don't want to hear it. We got 90 of you in the chat now currently. Keeps going up. I appreciate the people that are listening to us on X or on watching us on YouTube.
I was on mute, so they more flooded in here.
No. They probably heard that both you and Alante were on the panel. They're like, oh, this is must-see TV. You gotta get to this.
There's that crazy woman again. Oh, jeez, God, what's she gonna say again?
Everybody hates Chris.
You're not a singer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm joking.
All right, so let me just get to the question. Let me get to the question, or what I was gonna say is that there has been talks about that player. I'm not gonna say his name. Has been offered a transfer the teams that are pursuing him possibly are Manchester United is one of the teams that's pursuing him.
You are kidding me. I am dying.
Nope. Manchester United have put out a cheeky bid offer for the player, and it's not even that much too, by the way. It's like 35 million pounds they're offering or something like that for him.
Who was it? Which
right.
was that?
Manchester United. Yeah.
Yeah, for who though?
Michael Owen, number 2.
I'm not trying to say his name, but the player formerly known as 66.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Never.
We don't want to get hate mail. I know some people when they hear the name, they just while out. That's why I'm not trying to say his name.
It's the fact that if this story's come out that he's unhappy with Alonso, oh well, I'll bake a cake for him and sing to him if it makes him feel better. Because who cares that he's disappointed that
That's true.
Because he went there because he thought he was a big man going to get a flipping Ballon d'Or, and oh well, how's that going for you, Trent? Oh well, it's not going. Couple up. He was a legend when he played for us. How he left, nah. See ya. Do what you do. He can cry to his. He can.
For me, I didn't like
Bellingham.
I didn't mind him leaving because for me it was like a brain thing. He was so used to the Liverpool way of life, he needed to change for his mindset. That's the only reason why I didn't have no big issue with him leaving.
Oh, I got the two teams, by the way. I've got the two teams. It is, let me just give you the background on it. This is according to, I don't know, this is according to different reports. Manchester United are reportedly ready to submit a 40 million euro bid for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, that's bullshit, bro.
The other teams that are interested, in this reportedly
Luton
are Newcastle United and Manchester City. Newcastle United
won't go
and
to
Manchester City
Newcastle.
are interested in bringing in Trent Alexander-Arnold
Never.
to the Premier League.
Stay in Madrid and yeah, I can't go shopping with Jude. I can't do. I don't like him. I don't like him. I thought he was a legend. Sorry, was it you, JK, that said about it changed for him or something towards the end? Do you know what? He knew he was leaving. He a four-year contract when who was it that got offered the contract at the same time? Might have been Alisson, someone else. They were both offered 6 years. Trent chose 4. So you already knew he already was
pre-planning.
And this was before Klopp left. And this was before Klopp anything. And he chose to say, "I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. I'm gonna make out that I'm staying. I'm gonna be the new captain." Do you remember all of that? And his brother,
Yeah, of course,
on Instagram and played some Drake song about hanging up my jersey at the end of the season. Fraud,
I hate that bullshit.
Fraudulence. That's fraudulence.
That's fraudulence top level.
Well,
if you're bringing Drake into a video, you're done.
Because Drake's all right. It was handled badly, and do you know what? Do you know what really annoyed me? I'll have to say his Instagram post where he had him stood as Christ the Redeemer at the back of the bus, and he went, "Thanks for the send off, or it was a good what? We won the parade, you fraud!" Sorry, I'm getting flipping. That really annoyed me. It was the parade for his team. He was part of it, and he said thanks for the good send off. Yeah.
Did you go to the parade, Sian?
Yeah, I did.
So did we, me and Alante as well. Yeah.
Oh, you went with the hey.
Yeah, me and Alante we had a good day until the end.
I was at the game. I was at that game. That was at Palace. Sorry, I get confused. Game, but yeah, I was at that game. And at the parade, it was different, you know. I felt like I was waiting for something, and then they were passed in about 2 seconds. It was like, but it was
we had a good view of them though. Actually, me and Alante seen the trophy and everything. We had a top view. We did. We seen Jurgen Klopp as well. He was opposite us. Yeah.
Let me ask this to
I saw
the chat then. Because the panel, I don't think the panel wants to answer the question, I guess, apparently. 40 million euros is what is the reported figure that is being offered by Manchester United. Obviously, I said Newcastle and Manchester City are also interested in bringing in the England international. 40 million euros. Would you bring back would you bring back the player formerly known as number 66?
Say number 12. That's as good as he's getting.
Or number 12. Okay. All right.
66 is like more than halfway towards the Devils' number. So that tells me everything.
Okay.
I was always thinking, why has he got 66 on his?
Well, he would be going to the Red Devils. So I mean, that's
there you go, bro. He'll be at home then.
Yeah, not the demons. Yeah.
He's got no look. I don't care. It's the sub stories that he wants to put out. If he gets a move back, I would try and find him and say, how that Ballon d'Or campaign go? How did that go? Yeah, it didn't. You fraud. Because
I don't think he would ever go Man United though.
So you would for 40 million euros.
He can't be that dumb.
Well, it's not.
For 40 million euros, you wouldn't take back.
Would we mind? But he's not coming to Liverpool. So,
do you I think that there's no way Trent Alexander-Arnold chooses to go back to the Premier League and go to one. I don't think Newcastle United is like probably the third out of 3, but even though simply because I think that would be not a step progressively forward. But Manchester United, City,
so we can go.
Manchester
Yeah, City
No.
is the only
Man
team
United
that you can
is-
see. Yeah, he can go to. You know what I mean?
Pep loves Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I'm sure
He would. I bet you if he went to Manchester, if he went to
Pep's
Manchester
not
City, I
going to
bet
be
you
there though. Pep's not going to be. Pep's leaving.
he might not. But I'm just saying, if that was done in they're talking about January. They're not talking about the summer. This
Oh,
is a
really?
January.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
really?
Nunes is playing there right back
Playing.
majority of the time. Their midfielder Nunes. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you need the
I
right
think
back.
they would take him as a right back.
Yeah, straight
in a
away.
heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice for him.
That's nice for them all. Well done.
Can you imagine him and Pep Linders together?
Bless his heart.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Bless
go
his
on,
heart.
Jake. Sorry, Jacob. Go
There
on.
you go.
That'd be mad though. Pep Linders and Trent Alexander wearing the blue
look,
for
two
Man
stay
City.
together. What do you do? I can't stand flipping Pep Linders either.
No,
No,
mate.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to get an answer from the
See, I know.
either the panel or the chat. No, I take it the panel is saying no. I already know the answer.
About taking Trent
The
back.
answer is
So
no.
yes, what's your answer?
No way in hell. I already know that is the case.
Aha! There you go.
There you go.
Nilante, what's your
That's-
answer? He's gone off to make a
He's
coffee.
speechless. He can't say
he's gonna take
nothing.
the fifth.
You can't
Yeah, he's
believe
gonna
it.
take the fifth.
Yeah,
All right. Oh, let's ask Lee. What's your answer? Yes or no? Would you take Trent Alexander-Arnold back for 40 million euros? What is that? Like 35 million pounds?
Probably not, because we've only just let go of him, and it's generally not a good thing going back to a club. Sometimes it works out, but very rarely for manager or player. So no.
2 no's. Okay. JK, yes or no? 40 million euros. 30 was again, I think that's 35 million pounds or something around, right?
Mm-hmm. We got 10 million for him.
Yeah, so in essence, for
25.
for 25 million more for 25 million pounds, would you take Trent Alexander-Arnold back?
Thing is, Jesus teaches us to forgive.
Oh gosh, oh my God, you're going down this route.
But I can't do it.
I swear down that you're a fraud for that. You are a fraud.
Can't do it, bro.
All
for
right.
me.
Everyone in the chat
Yeah.
saying no so far. Sorry. So 3 no's on the panel, no's in the chat. Norm said no. Dustin or no, Hashish Hashan says
Oh, bless
no.
her past, bro. Mhm.
Yeah, big up, Hush.
How about for you?
Good Archie,
How about
Nolante.
for you?
Good Archie.
Nolante, last but not least.
Oh yeah, I want him back. I'll take him back. I can take.
There you go.
Wait.
Get in.
Calm down.
Get in there.
Wait. I haven't finished. I haven't finished. Wait. Calma. I haven't finished. Let me answer. Calma. Ordering the quotes.
Okay.
I said I want him back to make a formal apology and to clean the toilets. I'll take him.
Oh my gosh. Absolute disrespect. Oh my goodness.
Was you
All
you
right.
know what? Was you at the last? Did you go to the game? That Palace game?
No.
I was at that game. You know, he spent the whole time trying to take the trophy. He even tried to take the trophy off of Chiesa because he wanted to be the centre of attention. I watched it all. It was painful. I don't know what became of. This is my boyhood club, Trent. It's sad, really, that something changed in him, and it wasn't Klopp leaving, because obviously he had made that decision before. I'm talking on a rounded level, that it changed him to, I don't know, just turn his back on his club, really. So what was on that mural by Anfield stood for nothing, really, in the end, because he staked everyone by pretending he was staying, and he didn't. So, it's just sad, really. It didn't have to be like that.
It didn't. It really didn't. But
Yeah, that's me talking with no emotion, but I'm just angry because and Capricorns hold grudges. So good luck, Trent. I'm gonna hold this one.
wow.
Oh, damn, you Capricorn, eh?
Yeah,
Oh no,
that's
don't
right.
get those. I go down. Oh my
It's no
goodness.
season,
Here we
people.
go.
What do you mean?
Here we go. No, only because
Are you-
JK is a big astrology guy. He's all about.
Are you,
all
JK?
about- Yeah, he knows a lot about astrology. Yes,
Oh, I thought you were Capricorn too. It's goat season. That's why. It's my birthday soon, everybody. Just to tell you.
There you go. There you go. It's a Capricorn. I'm gonna give love to Capricorn. My grandmother's a both my grandmothers are Capricorn.
They are
So
very
big
good.
ups. There you go.
Were.
There you go. It's it's one short of the best, which is Aquarius, but I mean it's still Capricorn.
Yeah, man, we're the start. We're the start of that.
My favourite.
With everything. JK, are you Capricorn? Interested in astrology or what?
Oh goodness.
No, I'm Virgo, man.
Oh, scales, man. No, yeah, one day you're this, and next day you're that. Okay.
No, that's Gemini. I'm Virgo.
That's Gemini.
What's that then?
Yeah, Virgo is that's
Virgo,
what's
that?
I don't know about
Virgo.
Virgo. I know Leos. I know about Aquarius. Oh Lord, them people. Aquarius are bad news for me. Leos are bad news for me.
Oh no.
Everyone's bad news for
Virgo's-
Capricorns. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
Capricorn.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe you
goodness.
should.
See what I said?
Capricorn,
See what I
innit?
said?
Who
Don't
asked
get
you?
them started.
No,
Don't get them started.
Someone I get on with is Taurians or tourists, whoever tourists are. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Taurus are
Oh
cool.
my goodness.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, Norm's a
Taurus.
Virgo too.
Norman's
Good
Virgo.
Jolante's Taurus as well.
Yeah, Nanante's Taurus.
And Brian.
Wow.
Brian is as
The
well.
Lante Taurus. I changed my mind. I don't get with tourists.
There you go. There you go. All right. Oh man. Oh
So
my
your
goodness.
birthday's now, isn't it, Sian?
What's that?
Is it your birthday now or round now?
The same day as the Burnley game.
Burnley game's your birthday, you said. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we better win then.
I'm right. I'm going to the
Yeah,
game.
great. No one cares. Let's move on. Thanks.
Why to be a Capricorn? Now, you ruined my
Oh, my
reputation. Of
goodness.
Nilante knows about Capricorns. He knows.
Yeah, they're
Oh
stubborn.
wow. So the
Way.
I
oh,
think they know everything.
yeah. I believe in Roger. You're 7 days. You're born
We're bossy. We're
7
bossy.
days before me. That's cool. I'm the 24th. You're the 17th. That's cool.
You're an Aquarius.
Yeah, 12
Yes,
months
I
Aquarius.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I know.
Aquarius
I
are cool,
know.
man.
Oh Lord.
I know. Let's before we get into this Cleo session of Aquarius and Virgo and all the other different signs.
Just like.
Okay. I was going to say so. Everyone said no. All right. Everyone said no to Trent Alexander-Arnold coming back. Hey. Other than Delante's version of him coming back and apparently cleaning the toilets or something. I don't know what he had him doing, but all right. I guess that's a no-go on that. That's a shame.
Madrid are going to probably rip people off for some big money.
Oh yeah, he's got He's got
She'll be
5.
up
He signed a 6-year contract with them. So, Real Madrid has to figure it out, or they're going to have to take a loss on. They didn't pay anything really for him, so I mean, it is that
10 million, but yeah, they will want money. They will want money, is what they will do.
Yeah, you would think. You would think they would.
But anyway, yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, no. We talked about the McAllister issues. We showed you guys what our lineup would be and the likes. Look, January isn't a month that doesn't produce some great things. Look, January, the Capricorns out there can all say they've produced some great people. Obviously, we got one on our panel, and I already spoke about my grandmothers. But
Mum's Capricorn. December
There
the
you go.
23rd, Mum's birthday is.
there you go. Some great ladies are all part of the Capricorn bunch there. But what I was going to say is we got a player. Well, yesterday is the date that we signed this player. In 2013, we signed this particular player. Does anyone know who we signed in 2013 on January 2nd?
I know Daniel Sturridge.
Really?
There you go. Get in.
Sorry. Oh, you said it. Sorry. Oops. I don't know why I said it.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Here, I'll
No,
show
maybe-
you who that man was right here. My guy, my boy, my brethren
Hey,
there.
I didn't want on the train, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You met him?
I train going
Oh.
from Houston. Yeah.
Proper. That's cool.
I got. Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
He was a good player, man. Look at that.
Yeah. If it was just the injuries are what really knocked his full potential, I think. Other than that, I think that Sturridge was one of the top strikers.
Really good signing at a good price, Daniel.
Yeah.
Just the injury thing, wasn't it? But what we did get out of him when he was fit was really good. I was glad he was here for the Champions League and got to get a medal and that. Was he here for the league or has he left when we got the league?
I think he'd left.
No, he won the Champions League.
No. He won the Champions when we won obviously against.
Yeah, he won the Champions League, but I was thinking about the league the following season. Has he already?
No,
left?
he weren't there late. He left. End of that season, he left.
Yeah.
He weren't there.
That's a shame for them, but
he was already struggling with his fitness in that final year. Like you could tell, Klopp was kind of frustrated with his availability. That's my take, and this is coming from someone that has befriended Daniel, like as in he came to America for rehab, and he rehabbed in Arizona actually. So yeah, he's definitely a decent guy in my opinion, but it's just that injuries have really sustained a little bit of a hurting on his ability to be. I think because I honestly think that there is someone talking about like two striker solutions or two striker scenarios. I think that Suarez and Sturridge were possibly one of the most dynamic two striker solutions or two striker setups in the Premier League era. I go as bold as to say they were possibly they're definitely top three. I'd go as far as to say that. Would you guys say different? Am I reaching? Is that too much of a reach?
Go on, Nolante, since you said I've spoken. She'll turn to
No, Nolante's on mute, so I guess if you want to hop, answer that.
Agree. I agree, but I think it's relative. It depends. Obviously, it's dependent on era, I guess, and yeah.
I'm just talking the Premier League era, not all of. I'm just talking about the Premier League era.
Early
90s. From the 90s, yeah, exactly. From 1992 to today. Name a front two, because there was that era when you did see two strikers as the front line.
Yeah, but it's changed because when you have, to me, if I'm talking about Liverpool. There's only one, Bobby Firmino, Mane, and Salah, but they weren't. They're not all strikers, and they're not playing. That to me, that's.
But I'm only saying, Cian. I'm only saying best, like as in a 4-4-2, for instance, or whatever you want to say. Just a two striker setup where you have two center forwards in the front line, because for a long time that was the makeup of Liverpool. We went with a two striker solution. But like what I am saying is that personally, in my opinion, I think that Suarez and Sturridge were possibly the best two strikers solution or two striker setup in our Premier League.
Yeah, two strikers. Yeah, I think Daniel's game would have suited quite a few different types of striker. You could play him with like quite a few different types of striker and get a good partnership, I think.
Retro LFC, 100%. There you go. That's what I meant about eras. There you go.
But that's not the Premier League era. That's the reason why I'm saying that. I agree with you completely. Those are legends. I get that, but.
Fowler and Collymore, it was very good when it first started out. They had some blistering moments, as a partnership, Fowler and Collymore, with McManaman's assistant, and obviously McAteer and Bjornby at wing back.
But Name a better. Please do. Just tell me. You could argue for Liverpool, but I'm saying that
Well,
Sturridge and Suarez
Torres'
are
best games.
top.
Torres, probably Fernando Torres' best games were like when Gerrard was playing just behind him. You know, when we played Alonso and Mascherano in the middle with Gerrard ahead of them.
You could argue that
Torres
too.
at the top,
Yeah.
and we'd have
Yeah,
battles.
but you wouldn't put them as an out and out too. That's the thing, isn't it? You're talking about 2 out and out. So there's Henri Bergkamp. That's the ultimate
Yeah, that was
as a
great
2.
blend.
As a 2 striker. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really think because Shearer and Sutton were good, but Suarez and Sturridge had more about them. That's the thing. They were next level, so you can't.
York and Cole
They complemented
really
each other. I
good.
think they just complemented each other so well. That's why.
You know what it was with them? Because I used to go to the games quite a lot, and I've seen them two live loads of times. And what I realised about it was they both wanted to be top scorer, so it was competition between them that made them better. That's my opinion.
York and Cole was good, and it was a bit of a piss take when Ferguson could then bring on Sheringham and Solskjaer. Do you know what I mean? When they had them for, it was like fucking greedy bastards. But that was a great partnership at first, like for Man United, and most of the way through, it was a really good partnership for United. They suited each other, York and Cole.
Retro saying that he thinks that Owen and Heskey were decent. I'm not going to go as I will say this. I would say Owen Heskey, yes, they're talented too, but I still would put Sturridge, and I still would take Sturridge and Suarez.
Yeah, for me, Sturridge and Suarez.
I've heard Suarez. Let's take away his personality from the conversation because he's a POS in my opinion, as a person, but as a football player. I've heard people argue, that Suarez's year or 2, or if you want to call it that, I know he only played her for technically 2.5, but those were possibly some of the best production we've seen in the Premier League era from a striker on this team. Like they were huge, and he was suspended for a portion of the season actually at one point, and still managed to get some 30 some odd goals or something like that.
Yeah,
he was bad.
We were very good when he arrived.
Literally,
we were shit when he arrived, and then we got a bit better. Then that season happened under Rodgers, where him and Sturridge were just incredible, and everyone else, Coutinho and everybody, we just didn't have the defense to go with it. But it was a great partnership. It was. Exciting to watch.
I think Suarez is the best player I've seen with my own 2 eyes. I've seen them all. Salah, Coutinho, Barnes. I've seen them all. I just think Suarez is the best ever. What a player he was, man.
Yeah, it was off your seat type of stuff on it, like the lobs and that. Put on Norwich.
Just scoring beauties against them. And
one against Norwich where he kept it up and he put it over their player. And then kept it in the air, and just volleys it from outside the box. I think he got 4 in that game.
Yeah,
he were all careless, but that was the best one where he juggled it and then just whacked it in.
You know what my favourite goal from him was? That Newcastle one where it came over the top, he chested it, went round the goalie and scored.
Yeah, Colacini was the centre back that he done. The RG for Newcastle.
That showed me how good he was there, because that control he did there showed me how good this guy is. They're just little things like that. The tightness, he kept that ball there. The goal, he was in between the defender and goalie, and he still took it around the goalie and scored. It was just who is this guy, man?
Yeah, that was a good one, Zola and Hughes. They went together quite well,
No, Norm done a better one, Lee. Beavis and Butthead, top strikers.
I thought
there was a case when I'll say this real quick. I'll bring up this. I'll even bring up the graphic. Let me bring up the graphic so you can actually see the graphic. because you don't want to forget this. There was a point. Let me see if I can break sure. You can see the graphic here. This was at one point, this was the Premier League. Two players were outscoring teams.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's not you're looking at that correctly too, by the way. That was at one point, that was what the situation was with these two players. That's why I'm saying these two guys were absolutely dynamic in that striker role for when they were possibly two of the most dynamic players that in the Premier League, I think, at that time. Outscoring teams.
More than Everton there, bro. One behind United. Crazy.
Yeah.
It would have been a
That's wild.
nice.
Yeah.
That's why I would like. That's why I want to. That's why I want to see. I think Ekitike and a fit Isak, obviously, but I think Ekitike and Isak could complement each other greatly. I think that both of them want to be the man. It would, you know, how you spoke on JK about, you know, that their interest in being the top goal scorer and being the man and everything else was so important to them that they would have they push each other to new levels. I think Ekitike and Isak will do the same, because right now Isak certainly has the CV as being that you know that bounty killer, right? But Ekitike is putting in that work at the moment, and it's like Isak would certainly try to do his best to get back into that conversation.
Can I just say on paper, I think I agree with you, but I just think they're very different players in that Isak is he's kind of a bit like Haaland. If he like the ball needs to be given to him, he doesn't go to the ball kind of thing. And with Ekitike, he's just everywhere. So if that can, I don't know how you'll utilize that with both of them together, because you've got one player. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's an imbalance with their style of play. You'd have to either get Ekitike to play like Isak or whatever, because to me it's an imbalance. I don't know, if I'm honest with them. So I like them. I like Ekitike more than Isak. I just don't know if it's as fluid as you think because of the way Ekitike played at Newcastle. Very different system to Liverpool. So yeah, I don't know. But
I think, San, the one pivotal component of them being great has to be Florian Wirtz. I think Florian Wirtz has a relationship that is growing between him and Ekitike. I think that we unfortunately saw a glimpse of that relationship in that Spurs game, where, you know, Wirtz got the assist to Isak, but yet, like, you know, now Isak's hurt, so we're gonna have to wait on that to continue to develop.
Magic feet. You know what they used to call him at Leverkusen. He really is. If people actually watched him, it's really beautiful to watch, and the way he just floats. It's just I don't know. He's a special player. Like this hurts. This is like I can't wait until we see the true side of Wirtz that was seen previously, and then people start writing him off.
That's exactly what I was getting at too. I was getting at that as well. Oh my goodness, time flies. See, that's what happens when you're having fun. Time flies. We're nearly 3.5 hours deep into this conversation. This show was only supposed to be like a 90-minute to 2-hour show, but you know how that gets. You know.
I know. I need to be plugged in, and it's not charging. That's how bad it is.
Okay. Yeah, we'll certainly. Please, I'll say to the panel, everyone on the panel, please, even after we conclude, definitely stick around. I wanted to chop it up with you guys a little bit backstage, but is there anything that you guys wanted to say before we bounce out? I'll go to Lee first, and then JK, and then Nolante, and then Cian.
Yes, thanks to everyone who's in the chat. Thanks for your opinions and contributions. Hopefully we can get some sort of performance tomorrow, as unlikely as it might seem after that shitty Leeds performance. At least this short turnaround in time might see them dispel the memories of that shit game, and get back to business. But I don't know how easy it's going to be to win that game. We'll see anyway. It's not far away now, so
only a couple of hours away, I guess you could say. Are any of the people on the panel going to the game, by the way? I know Norm is probably going in the chat, but anyone?
Me and Atlante are playing, bro.
Oh, you guys are playing, of course, yeah.
No, because even though it's near, it's obviously nearish, but it's because I'm going to the other two games, so.
Okay.
But Barnsley and the Burnley.
From the Burnley.
Barnsley and Burnley. I don't know why I said it in that accent, but yeah, that.
That's okay. All right.
Oh,
JK.
That's good.
No, go ahead, JK. What do you want to say
to
the people?
First of all, just want to say thanks to the chat, as always, with their comments and stuff, and also the panel as well. Hopefully, the 2026 will be a good year on and off the pitch. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
You know, hopefully everyone has a good year, man. Life has its ups and downs and that. But main thing is that you have a laugh every day. And it's good to have Cian on the show as well. Nice to have a different opinion and stuff, even though she's a Capricorn.
Unfortunately, Nalante's there, but we don't mind that.
Yeah.
Nalante's family, man. He's family.
I know him. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but don't see. I have the power to ban you from this show. Be careful. Be careful.
Goodness.
Nalante's got the keys.
What date in January does Capricorn go up to? And then it's Aquarius. Because I think my nan was Aquarius, and that was my nan that was interested in the stars, and that's astrology books and all that and stuff. How long does it go into January then?
Capricorn goes up to about the 21st. So after.
Okay. Got it.
Wait a second. Capricorn is the 19th.
19th. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
19th. Yeah.
Oh, right in the edge. Damn me. You know what I hate having a January birthday? Everyone's broke. Damn broke.
Yeah. That's your Christmas and your birthday present all in one. Yeah.
Okay. What's that?
Wow. It used to tell you'd come into money sometimes if you read the stars in the paper. You will come into some money, or you will go on a journey, whatever. The usual stuff it said.
That's why for me.
This is the same, but sorry, has everyone done their goodbyes? I just want to say.
Thank you. No. Let Nalante, unless you want to go first, you can let Nalante go last.
I'll go in front of Nalante's gazing as usual.
Okay.
But just say happy New Year to everybody. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I appreciate you for having me on and inviting me on and letting me just talk about the team I'm really passionate about and I love. And
absolutely.
They are able to play better again. I can't say any more. In I don't know. I hope we have a good game later or tomorrow, and I hope we win. And I hope everyone has a happy, healthy 2026.
Nice one, man.
You're welcome.
No, that's a pleasure's ours. Actually, you bring a fresh approach to it all. You keep Nalante on his toes, which is always it's not an easy thing to do. So that's good. I like that as well.
I'm here for that.
There you go.
Hey, stop kissing her ass, man.
Yeah, don't kiss her ass. All right.
Get her out, man. Get her out, man. Get her out.
All right. But we are definitely blessed to have all the panelists on our panel today, and especially in the chat. We had over 90 people watching us. A lot of you on X, I see, but also we've had quite a number on YouTube as well. So shout out to all of you. I was hoping we hit that 100 person mark, but it's baby steps, you know. We'll get there again. We'll get there for next episode, maybe.
Has Tia got a channel?
Who, me? What, on YouTube?
Yeah.
I do have a YouTube channel. It's mainly music. It's not like
Okay.
I don't do this. This is my first time doing it. Like,
fair play. Wow.
Is this my second one that I've done?
Yeah.
Second time.
Second time. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. I thought it would be very different to this, and I'm quite enjoying it, especially because I get to argue with Nalante. Makes my
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, she can't resist me. See?
Yeah, I see that. Oh no. I know. Save that for the music channel. All right, let's do this for let's just hear Nalante.
Sorry, I am
do some love songs to each other.
Jake, I am on Twitter, obviously, and that's all football related. But if it,
she's very active on Twitter. She's
I do football space.
She does Twitter Spaces quite a bit. That's why I knew that. Yeah. That's why I knew I haven't been a part of her panel, but I've been a part of her panel, but I've listened to her panel.
I tend to do I tend to do before the game, so I'll talk about the line as and when and just general bits and pieces for about an hour and a half before the game, and then a quick halftime one. But yeah, that's generally what I do. And then
I get Nalante on there with you.
No, he's a fraud. He sits in the anonymous, flipping, doing nothing. That's what he does. Oh look, he's come back. Look, he's there.
Save you. Fraud.
Well, I don't see you there showing your girl support. That's what you're meant to be supporting your friends. What's going on?
Yeah. Oh, friends, you ain't giving me. Listen, you know anyway. I won't say it on here, but you know in it. I say I'm not. Yeah, exactly. So that's why you have to love because you know in it. Anyway, what's your music channel anyway? On YouTube.
You can promote it.
I wrote. What do you mean music? I commented to you. You replied to me. You fraud.
No, you never. Music channel.
SIAN 744. That's it.
Oh, on YouTube.
Well, on YouTube is it? I've never seen your music channel. All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
I've got my tunes on there, but it's not me singing. It's just artists I like.
I know you asked. Yeah. She's into music big time.
I'm not Beyonce or anything. I'm not.
Tupac, Snoop, and that, yeah.
Huh?
No, she's into like
Brown.
She likes them. She likes hip hop.
Breezy,
I know
yes,
she does.
mate. Oh, yes.
I love hip hop.
Easy, Tiger.
No,
all right.
Don't start.
No, 12's going to end the show. It's all right. We'll
I know. Just trying to end the show here.
Let's just end the show.
I know.
Hold on. I know. It's the weekend, so that's favorite. So
shout out to High Lord KLF. Definitely, KLF is going to rock you. Like
KLF.
There you go.
Oh my life!
Yeah.
Stop that.
That was like the big thing. They had a cellular phone or whatever it was called back then, at least, and they used it on the song. That was big time.
I remember.
They're the first. They're not first, but yeah. They were the band that set fire to 1 million pounds, I think, or something like that. Right?
Yeah, it was two fellas, Bill Drummond and Jim Cauty. Bill Drummond, I'd say he was the main guy. Really liked the music. Jim Cauty was more the art. But he spent loads of time in Liverpool. He went to uni in Liverpool. Was in the band Big in Japan. With Brody from the Lightning Seeds and Holly Johnson from Frankie Goes to Hollywood was in that band as well. And Budgie from Susie and the Banshees, the drummer from Susie and the Banshees, was in that band as well. But one song I remember from them was
a bit of history right there, music history.
What Time Is Love. I don't know who did the vocal for it, but it was a Boss Club tune years ago. What Time Is Love?
What was the hell was it?
I don't know what that was.
Hold on, JK, did you say something about hip hop? Did I like hip hop?
Yeah, you like hip hop, yeah?
Yeah, all day. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, what are you
Yeah,
lying for?
producer,
You
look
took
at
you.
Old school though, not some of the.
See, why are you lying for? You like Spice Girls. That's what you told me.
Oh God, you told everyone my damn secrets. Kylie Minogue, come on, man. Get it
Exactly.
Oh, you'd be so
Alright.
lucky.
Flipping- I
There you
I
go.
love me a bit of Riri though. ASAP Rocky's about it, and then I like Snoop, Ice Cube. I don't.
DMX.
Yeah, they're all right. They're all right.
Not seen them. Mob Deep.
Yeah. Who did I go and see? Nas.
Yeah, Nas is bad.
There
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Nas. And
Missed that.
Wu-Tang. Huh? What?
Whoa,
No.
Wu-Tang forever.
Yeah, I went to see them and Nas supported.
Yeah, was it Royal Albert Hall,
that's
wasn't it?
cool.
Royal Albert
No,
Hall.
it was. It was at the O2, and I went to Nas's after party where he got drunk like an uncle. That's what he did on his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He done another one at Royal Albert Hall. I remember.
Okay.
No, it was in. He had to. It was at the O2, and then he went to some club, and I
Oh.
managed to get it. So it was good. No, the whole. I see Ghostface Killer. That was my best day. You know, I've liked Nas since I was 16. You know.
Yeah, Nas is just bad. Yeah, yeah.
Back in them old days. And
New
do you know-
York State of Mind. My favorite hip
He's-
hop. One of
he's
my
the GOAT.
favorite hip hops.
No,
He's
do you
the
know
GOAT.
knows the goat is, but sadly he's no longer with us. Is Tupac. There you go.
No, not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Biggie for me.
Not for me.
Biggie.
We'll
No,
have
yeah. It'll be one of
me.
we'll have to get we'll have to have a we've always that's been a suggestion for us on like an off day, maybe like a day over like next international break, do like a music show or something like that.
hell yeah. I
know.
love my music. Yes, please. Just
All
don't
right.
don't invite no
Here's-
one. Fraud.
Don't buy latte. All right.
Nah, man, fraudulent.
Oh,
It'd be
goodness.
I'm gonna, bro,
but-
next time we're gonna block her, mate. Honestly, we're
Yeah,
gonna
but quickly
make
before
sure
we
you get
go,
access.
like
Yeah.
Biggie Tupac, and Sian says Tupac. I'm Biggie. Who are you, Nalante?
No, Nas.
Yeah, but Biggie and Tupac.
you out Biggie Tupac Nas.
No.
Neither. No, both all right. I don't have a preference to either one, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
You
So
usually
Yeah.
it's West Coast, but yeah.
I just love Biggie's flow. Like he was in Bed-Stuy, he did a little freestyle, about a minute,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Yo, who's this guy?"
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, when Biggie was around, there was this whole war, and I found myself disliking him because of that's what they had us believe, this whole East Coast West Coast war. And it turns out it was that bad man that's in prison at the moment. Lucifer Diddy, him. It turns out it was him, but anyway, that's story for another day. I like them both. What's your favorite song by Biggie?
12 in the show.
Can't tell. You're gonna say.
Sorry, Tom. I apologize for see this what happens. She's on the roll.
I know. I'm just trying to end the show.
Oh, did
How
they?
much sky's the limit for me?
You've been saying that for the last 10 minutes. You donut.
We're talking about Don't worry.
I'm embarrassed. Sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't saying it that way. I wasn't saying
You
it.
didn't hear. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
no. We can talk about that backstage. Save that for backstage. We'll just stick
Okay,
around, even though
sorry.
the show ends. Just stay
okay.
online here with us. We'll be Delante, did you want to say your peace out before we bounce? I know you can go.
Let's just go. Let's just call it a day. That's it.
Okay,
Good luck, everyone.
all right. Shout out to everyone that joined us. Like I said before, we had a great show today. About 90 of you, at least 90 of you were in the chat at one point. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully you'll subscribe to us on the YouTube. If not, at least stop by, give us a like, pass on the message to so we can get the numbers up. Hopefully we can have Sian back, because I know that she definitely, so far when she's been a part of the panel, we've had she brings the wow factor a little bit by bringing some extra names and next people too. Yeah. So pressure's on for her to get us over the 100 mark. I know, but all the same, we appreciate her joining us today. Appreciate Nalante OG, JK OG, and certainly Lee OG in the house as well. And we appreciate you in the chat, definitely. Join us tomorrow. We'll do the game is on, so it's on at 8 o'clock my time. So that would mean It's 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock.
So wait, does that mean that it's a blackout for you guys? It's a blackout game?
No, that's Saturdays. That they don't have the game at 3. It should be on TV.
Okay, so we'll be on TV for you guys. Okay. I know that it was like there's something about like 3 o'clock games.
On a Saturday, only on a Saturday it is, not on a Sunday.
Not on a Sunday. I got you.
No, not
all right. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm thinking tomorrow's Saturday, so that maybe that's the reason why I'm keeping on about it. But all right, I'm totally lost. But shout out to everyone that joined us today. Please join us tomorrow. We'll do a Reds roll call tomorrow before the game. So it'll be bright and early for me. Trust me, there'll be a bright and early matchup. And we'll do a post-match review as well. So hopefully the panel could be a part of one, if not both of those. And all the same, more importantly, hopefully you will be a part of that tomorrow. But until then, always up the Reds each and every time. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care and God bless.